Trojan family, y'all come on in here, man. Y'all know I gotta come back for this one. You know I gotta break a lie from this one. We stacking now. This is what I'm talking about, Trojan family, man. We in this thing. What I'm talking about. Looking good. USC ain't playing no more. We ain't playing. Hold on. Y'all come on in here. I know it's early Saturday. Get y'all ass up. Yeah. Yes, sir. Fight on. You know we in this thing. I'm up. Go check it out. Hit the link. Yeah. I'm up. Hit the link. Yes, sir. It's in the chat. I'm on the computer. I ain't even got it on the phone. Go to my live and go to the chat. It should be at the top of the chat. Yes, sir. Jah Jarrett. He like 332. That's a beef eater. Yep, but it'll be easy. You hopping in on your phone? All right. Well hop in, call me back. I mean, just hop on there. All right. Yeah, I got a special guest coming too. To talk this news. What's up, B Jinx? It looked like your plan is coming. B Jinx is looking like a prophet right now. You know what I'm saying? What's up, B Jinx? You know what I'm talking about? You ain't gonna hit that link on this glorious day. You know what I'm saying? I need the bros. I at least need one bro up in here with me. You know what I'm saying? Let me drop this link again in the chat. We gotta talk to Trojan fan. By that, what up, B Jinx?
Hold on, man.
What's up? Hey, my man, you looking like a prophet. I gotta admit when I'm wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all cats around here panicking, man. Just having a
Shut up,
panic
B
attack.
Jinx. You act like we done had
Freaking
good
out.
reason though, bro.
Jumping ship, freaking out.
About to jump ship,
Yeah,
like.
yeah, man. These cats on suicide watch, man. Hey, but I can't stay long, man. I'm getting ready to hit the road, man. But I'm just
Yeah.
tapping in with you, my man. Like I said, you know, they got to get them dogs now. They got to attack the offensive line. But I'm gonna check in with you later on. All right.
All right, tap in, be in the block. Come back.
All right.
I
Yeah,
probably gonna
what's
be
the
up for a
deal?
couple hours on this one. What's up, Will Bo?
Hey, what's up with it? What's up? Hey, let me get my headphones situated real quick.
All right, go ahead. Trojan family, how y'all feel? I see y'all in the chat. Now we just need that offensive line, right?
Yeah, hello. Tap in, you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, solid.
How you feeling today? What you feel about the latest pickup?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. You know, like we talked before, you feel me? I'm, already knowing somewhat what's gonna happen and
Speak up
shit.
a little bit. Speak up a little. I can hear you, but it sounds like you talking low.
My bad, my bad. I'm out here driving and shit. I'm on the road right now, so. But no, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling blessed. You feel me? I think we got a great pickup. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you a couple days ago when we was talking. You know what I'm saying? I kind of see the moves is gonna be played out and in the works. You know what I'm saying? We getting everything that we need. You know what I'm saying? And letting go what we don't need. You feel me? We just filling in the gaps, getting rid of our baggages, and you know what I'm saying, grabbing what we need. You feel me? So that's not gonna be the last piece we grab. You feel me? He's not gonna be the last piece we grab. That's gonna make us smile. You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee that.
Yeah, because I heard when Jah Jarrett came to visit, we had two other D linemen with him. Old boy from Louisiana Tech, and another dude named Kamar J. Harris.
Now,
So we if we didn't had like 5 defensive linemen on campus the past couple weeks. What's up, Sad? How you feeling, bro? Welcome to the channel. Can you hear me? Who that just stepped on the stage? Your mic working? Say what's up.
Hmm?
I can hear you. What's up, bro? Well, you having technical difficulties? Yeah, he having technical difficulties. But yeah, just like we was talking. Remember we was talking. I was saying I think we need to remake the whole defensive line. We 2 down. I'll take one more tackle in the edge. I feel like all we need is an edge that's gonna get pressure on that quarterback.
I mean, like I told you, I don't think we need to create a whole new line. You feel me? But we definitely need some role players. You feel me? And that's what we're grabbing. We're grabbing some role players. You know what I'm saying? We still, like I told you before, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of youngsters, and we gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta feed them and see what they do. So when this bowl game comes, you know what I'm saying? We'll know where they at. We'll know where their mindset at. We'll know what they doing. Feel me? And then the more pieces that we need coming into the second quarter coming up. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, even after the bowl game, you have some more motherfuckers that jump in. Excuse my language. You have some more kids jump inside the portal after this bowl game. I mean, after the bowl games and these playoffs go by. You feel me? So we may be able to grab some top pieces then too. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, let's see what our youngsters do inside this bowl game. Let's not rush to change everybody else out, you feel me? Because we don't want to lose our youngsters to, you know what I'm saying, 1 year players either. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to lose the dedicated players to 1 year players, you know what I'm saying? I like the 1 year players that we got, you know what I'm saying? That's part of college football now. But, maybe one more tackle, maybe an edge, but let's not go crazy, you feel me? Then we go get an offensive piece too, you feel me? So when we grab this offensive piece, you know what I'm saying, we would definitely hit the offensive line too. So, like I told you too, we was gonna have a heavy recruit coming in the last week. You feel me? I told you we was gonna have a heavy recruit coming in. You know what I'm saying? So just wait and see. You feel me? Wait and see.
Hey, you know what I like about this one though? This kid, he got 3 years of eligibility left.
What you say?
So what I like about this kid, Jarrett, he got 3 years of eligibility left, I think. So he ain't no 1 year rental. This actually somebody Henny can develop too.
That part.
So I like the balance. How we got a proven dude in Silver. He played, he got experience, and then we got a young dude to grow with our young class. You feel me? That's the only thing I like about the portal, like the 1 year rentals and all that. But when you get one like this that got potential you can build, is even more gravy to me.
Yeah, definitely.
I add him to our young guys. You feel me? The Carline Jones he gonna be running with them.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
So what you got to say? I know we was talking about Lincoln Riley. What you got to say to the Lincoln Riley haters? Because we don't like Lincoln over here. What was you telling me about the Lincoln Riley situation and how you feel? And if y'all don't know, this is a Trojan parent. He a father to one of the players on the team, so he got a little different insight. So I want you to let them know how you feeling about Lincoln Riley and your confidence in him. You there? Can you hear me? You fell out. Excuse Will. He on the road. He trucking, so he might be going in and out. But until he come back in, like I was telling y'all, information. Like I was telling y'all. Now I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
My bad. Yeah, but what I was saying about the Lincoln Riley haters, you feel me? And it's just about haters, period. You feel me? Haters gonna hate regardless of what. You feel me? They wasn't hating 2 years ago. They wasn't hating when, you know what I'm saying, they was talking about Heisman Trophy this, Heisman Trophy that, you feel me? You getting quarterbacks into the league and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Things happen, you feel me? Things happen, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we went into a new league, you know what I'm saying? We weren't prepared. I'm not saying that we weren't prepared to go into this league. We didn't have all the pieces that we needed coming into this league, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So we had a rough season. We lost some close games, some winnable games. You feel me? But we competed at the highest level, so we know we can compete. We know he at the label of at least competing in the 10. You feel me? We know that for sure. All we need is a couple pieces. Once we grab the pieces and he back on the winning streak, then you know what I'm saying. What's up with the haters then? You feel me? Like I said, if we're gonna talk about Lincoln, let's just talk about getting the offensive coordinator. That's just it. That's all I got to do. That's all I got to say about Lincoln. You feel me? If we can get an offensive coordinator, somebody to just run the offense, and he worry about everything else, you know what I'm saying? Then we're good. You feel me? If we talk about we're losing a team, Lincoln is losing a team, man. This is college football now, man. If you look at all the teams, man, you feel me? Everybody losing players. Everybody losing key players. You know what I'm saying? Look at Georgia. Look at their portal. They got kids hopping in the portal. You feel me? Everybody got kids hopping in the portal, man. That's just what it is. You feel me? Once again, it's about the bounce back game. It's about what we got when we lose. You feel me? And that's if we lose. Who's to say we lost? We're not at practice. I'm not at practice. So I don't know what these kids are doing at practice. I don't know what they doing at practice. I see what they're doing in the game, though. You feel me? But I don't know what they're doing at practice. So at the end of the day, the only thing I got to say about Lincoln is if we get an offensive coordinator to run this offense, you know what I'm saying, to run his offense, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. But other than that,
and what I can say about Lincoln, he might not change and make the adjustment when we want him to, but he eventually do. Right? We was complaining about Grinch. He changed that and got a complete whole defensive staff, right?
so, and if we talk about last year's season, we already knew what happened last year's season. They ain't got nothing to do with. I mean, you know, it got to do with love of having love for a coach. You feel me? If you want to blame Lincoln for last year's season, but we already know what happened last year's season. That's all AG. You feel me? That's all.
Yeah. And I feel like that was Lincoln trying to be loyal. Like, this man moved with me in the middle of the night. He moved his family way out here. That's what I think. I be feeling like that's the only weakness with Lincoln is sometimes he be too loyal.
That part too. Even if we talking about you know what I'm saying, like I said, no rags to nobody, no rags to none of these kids that play football. You know what I'm saying? But even if we talking about Miller Morse, you know what I'm saying? We have a loyalty. We have a certain I coach, you feel me? You're not coach, you know what I'm saying? We have a certain loyalty to certain kids, you feel me? You always want to put them in a certain position to win. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes as a man and just as a leader, you have to do what you have to do. And so sometimes, like you said, he may not do it when we want him to do it, but he still makes the adjustments and do what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of his feelings, he may take a little bit too long to put his feelings to the side, but they always get handled and we get what we need. You feel me? Right now, Trojan fans, just a couple days ago, we're Trojan fans. Oh man, we ain't got nothing, man. Everybody jumping ship. Now today, where everybody, we got some light hearts today. We got some smiles. They got some smiles on faces, you know what I'm saying? Everybody a little excited now. Like I told you when we were talking, man, just chill. Just chill. As a fan, I'm a fan. I'm a fan before I was a parent of any kid that played on the team, you feel me? So I'm a fan. I've been a fan since 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? We go back to 93, 94. You know what I'm saying? So as a fan and as a person who understands the business of football now and where we're going, we just gotta wait and see. And if it's not happening, then we complain. We complain. Like I told you, just hold on, calm down. We got 2 portals. We got spring coming. We got, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't cracking by that time, yeah, we got a problem. But right now, you see what's happening. You feel me? You know,
Right.
Right now, you see what's happening. So,
And I ain't gonna lie. What's up, J.A.? Hey,
What's
J.A.,
going on?
this my family right here. This Isaiah Rubin pops. Wilbo, this J.A., this my boy. I know you see he be rocking me with the live. We be going to the games and shit. Hey, J.A., he told me he was at the Penn State game. I should have hit him.
Oh man, he could have came right over there where we was at. We had plenty of seats right there.
man, you
Hey,
know,
he a parent. He probably had better seats than us, though.
Right. How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed, man, and yourself.
I'm good, man. God is good, man. We got some good news today.
Yes, sir. You feel me? Definitely. You know, I kind of knew about this a little bit like yesterday and shit. You feel me? Day before yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily exactly names. You feel me? But I definitely knew we had somebody big coming in. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. Yeah, we looking good. It's gonna be. We got a lot of action now
oh
with
man.
those 2 bigs in the front. Oh, I didn't know Kobe Pepe's coming back too.
Yep. Man.
Cool.
Okay, we got some big bodies now.
Yeah, we got some big bodies with them freshmen and the freshmen coming in. Those freshmen this year about to be sophomores. Oh, dude, that line's gonna be legit.
And like I was telling little cousin, I was telling Carter, I let them know too, man. You gotta remember those freshmen, man, and not like that. You feel me? Though they didn't get no playing time, man. They had a whole year of sitting and practice and getting nothing but work, and getting hungry. So when they come in, they're gonna be starving, bro. They're gonna be starving to show who they are. You feel me? A year of not getting reps, but getting all the reps at practice. You know what I'm saying? Man, watch, man. Y'all gonna see different kids. Y'all gonna see some different kids. I was telling Cuzzo, I think them freshmen gonna fool some people this year. You feel me? We got some dogs back there, man. We got some. I'm talking about on every level too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we just got dogs up front and dogs. We got dogs on every level. Low key,
Yeah.
you know? They just got to get in the game, and we got to see what they do in this bowl game. You know what I'm saying?
I think with the youngsters, bro, we got to get them in that bowl game. I'm letting them bowl the whole bowl game.
Man, come on, bro. Come on. You know, me myself, you know, if I'm a coach, you feel me? I'm gonna do what we do the first half. I'm gonna get a halfway good rotation in the first half. The second half, I'm letting them all play. They all playing the whole second half. The whole second
Right.
half. I'm not putting not a veteran player in.
Yeah, no upperclassmen get in the second half.
None of that. All freshmen. All freshmen and sophomores, you feel me? Those who didn't play this season, all the red shirts, are all y'all playing all the second half, for sure. We just got to control the game first, you feel me? We just got to get control of the game.
For sure.
That's it. But yeah, definitely. I'm happy with what we got, man. I think we got a bright future coming along, you know what I'm saying? Next season will be a good season for us.
Facts. Yeah, man, this is exciting.
And just like you was telling me, the program know, Lincoln Riley, the coaches know this is the year. Like, we ain't playing this year. So I think we're gonna see our best effort. I think this is gonna be our best transfer portal year. You know what I'm saying? We got new money coming in. I feel like we got a new sense of urgency. That's the thing, though. Sometimes you gotta crash and burn to see, like, hold up and say, F that. Like, look, we gotta come with it. So I feel like right now, Lincoln Riley, and I heard they giving Coach Henny what he want. I heard Coach Henny recruits, they ain't playing with Henny.
Yeah, that part. We know what they know. I'm not going to say we know, but we all know. Everybody know, man. And they're at the highest level, man. I never coached at the highest level. We're not that they, you know, at a level more higher than the youth football level. You feel me? So we're going to say the high, but the collegiate level. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, if we know as fans, man, and spectators what we need, you know what I'm saying, and what we need to do, I can guarantee that they know exactly what they need and what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna go get, man, this USC, man. The school is too prestigious, and our background is too nice for us not to compete at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? So once again, this is the crash and burn season. You feel me? We came into the season. We've seen hot moves over here, you know what I'm saying? Different refs, different calls, all that stuff, you feel me? Everything that we didn't have the year before last year, you know what I'm saying? So we figured it out, and coming into the next season, you know what I'm saying? We good. We experimented this season, seeing what we needed to do, and we're about to get work.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Will, since you here, tell the fans, like, bring us inside the recruiting process as a parent, what y'all went through, what it was like being recruited at SC, how y'all end up at SC.
Real talk, man. SC treated us well, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. SC treated us well. You know what I'm saying?
Try to talk a little louder if you can. Try to get a little louder if you can.
My fault. Sometimes I'll be feeling like I'm yelling, but if I ain't yelling, then I talk like this for sure.
Nah, you kind of low.
Got it. You know, SC as a parent coming in, man, SC treated us well, bro. You feel me? SC, it was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? We had we had a lot of recruits. And we had over 20 sorry about that, man. I'm on the road and stuff, so you gotta forgive me if I stop talking. We had 20 scholarships, over 20 scholarships. We had some schools that we was, you know what I'm saying, actually looking in to go to before SC pushed their last run. You feel me? So if y'all look and see that SC wasn't even on our top 8. You know what I'm saying? When we was starting to decide. You feel me? So SC came in at the last moment and was like, "Hey, look, this is what we want." You feel me? And they showed us that they wanted us to be there. You feel me? They really showed us that they wanted to be there. I'm not saying that no other schools didn't show us, but you know what I'm saying? When some schools fell off because my little youngster didn't play his 11th grade season, you feel me? And people was wondering where he at. You know what I'm saying? That's SC popped their nose in like, hey, we seen you. you understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to check you out to the 12th grade year. And, you know what I'm saying, the whole 12th grade year, they made sure that they stayed in contact. They made sure that they, you know what I'm saying, did what they needed to do in order for us to get us to come over there. You feel me? So when we went to our official, when we went to our official, my son made it official that that's where he want to be at. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, once we got to our official and they showed us the love that they showed us, and, you know what I'm saying, showed us what they got prepared for us as a player, not even just as a player, but as a student and as a young man. You feel me? Coming up out the program, you know what I'm saying? The things that you can get coming into and leaving the program, you feel me? That paperwork that you can get, you know what I'm saying? The alumni, you know what I'm saying? Just the networking, everything that they have to offer. You feel me? Everything that they have to offer was what we needed to hear. You know what I'm saying? And so now he over there, he living his best life. You know what I'm saying? And we solid. They said they did everything they said they was gonna do. Let me put it like that. Even when they wasn't throwing the bag out there, you feel me? You gotta remember last year from what I know of, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say what I know of, but from what I read, and y'all can read these yourselves, y'all can Google it, you know what I'm saying? They only had like 12 million to work with NIL, you feel me, compared to what they got right now. You know what I'm saying? They just told us don't worry about nothing. Come over here. When we got you. For us to be a USC fan and we want to go there, you know what I'm saying? That's why we there. We could have went and chased the bag, you feel me? We could have got a bag elsewhere, but once again, we dedicated to the program, you feel me? So it's a big difference when you're dedicated to the program and what the program have to offer compared to, you know what I'm saying, chasing the bag. The bag gonna come. It's gonna come. You get on the field, you do what you're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? The bag gonna come, regardless of what. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing that I wish that they had was a base salary, shall I say, you feel me? Come in and they can tell players, hey, look, this is what you're gonna get guaranteed. And I'm sure they worked all that out. Now, and that's why we get these players that we got right now. You feel me? So, but
Yeah, so you know the experience before we even had the bag, and it was good. So we can just imagine now that the bag is up.
Yeah,
So I just want Trojan fans to know, like, it ain't that all that bad with recruiting. Like, we don't fumble the bag with every player. Like, when we zero in on a player, they get showed that love. You know what I'm saying? So,
but the fans got to know if they're not doing their homework too. You know what I'm saying? And go once again, you can Google this, man. You know what I'm saying? You can pull it up and see what the players worth. You feel me? Some players, if y'all like I was telling you about boxing, you feel me? Some players can outbid themselves. You know what I'm saying? You can outbid yourself, and you're just not worth that. You feel me? And I'm not saying that we shouldn't spend top money on players. You feel me? But some players just not worth what they're bidding. You feel me? And what they want. You know what I'm saying? And so, unfortunately, that's the game that we're playing. Yeah, we may wanted this player, and you know they may did the analysis and like, hey, if we get this player this money, then we taking away from these players this year. You feel me? Coming into no, we can't do that. You feel me? And somebody else who had the bag, like, hey, gotta pay you to get you over here. We're gonna pay you to get you over here. You feel me? So that too, you gotta remember things gotta make sense. You know what I'm saying? And if it doesn't make sense, then you know what I'm saying, it doesn't make sense. And it's a team. It's a team of people. So when you be like, oh, linking this, you got a recruiting team. You feel me? We ain't got no general managers yet, so hopefully we get one coming in soon. You feel me? But you got a recruiting team. You got an NIL team. You got, you know what I'm saying? It's teams for every team. You got coaches. You know what I'm saying? The coaching staff. So it's not, you know, yes, it may fall on one person or it may look like it fall on one person, but yet the team, if the team come back and be like, this doesn't make sense, regardless of what you're saying, this doesn't make sense, then you know what I'm saying, it doesn't make sense. But y'all see what's going on now. We got a little bag, you feel me? Got a couple dollars coming in. And if y'all would like to donate with the collectives to get what we need, you feel me? Donate with the collectives so we can get what we need.
exactly.
Simple as that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you got a little money, go ahead and donate. What's up, Ben Mac? I see you hopped on the stage. How you feeling, bro?
Man, it's all good. What's cracking, man?
What's cracking, bro? What's
Man,
good?
listen, man, I'm from born and raised in LA, straight off the east side. Went to
Right.
Locke High School, went to Manual. I played with Darren Hagan at Athens Park, Sheriff football. I'm 55, been a fan of SC since I was about 5 years old, catching the bus to the Coliseum. You know what I'm saying? I remember before all this NIL, and I'm looking at everything right now. How come we're not more organized like other teams, man? Why we have to go through this? And we're USC. Where is the organizational skills that we're supposed to have and portray? We look like fools to everybody else because we're not taking care of business. Where's the organization of the money? You know, when you look at Ohio State, they don't fumble that. When you look at Oregon, they don't fumble that. We're USC and we acting like we broke. But then again, I look at this, and I said this the other night on a couple of shows. I said, when we look at coaching, and I just want to say this for a fact, when it comes to Lincoln Riley, you need to get more fire about you, bro. You got Pete Carroll. You got to get some more fire about you, bro. Because listen, when you look at people like Pete Carroll, and people are like, why y'all always talk about Pete? Pete laid the blueprint, bro. He laid the blueprint on how to be successful, how to make it happen in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Henny and them need to get on their staff, get on their game, man. When you talk about putting a fence around LA, why are we recruiting all over the nation and we got so much talent right here? And these kids are willing to take a lesser bag, you know what I'm saying, to make it happen and play at SC, but SC is not showing the love and the compassion to Los Angeles, to the surrounding areas, Orange County, Riverside areas. I know I've been on the scene. I used to be out there in the 707. I used to do all that when I had my own recruiting service. I started a recruiting service years ago, and I had touched base with a lot of different people. But when I look at the status of what we are now, we're happy over one dude. We should be pulling in multiple dudes. We should be pulling in.
Hey, hold on. This is our second one.
What I'm saying, listen, we when we talk about other schools, we're talking about USC, bro. I'm talking from the standpoint with the prestige of our school is magnificent. But we're looking like, man, we this is the second dude. We're excited about two dudes, man. Listen, man, we got to do different. We have to do different. We got to show everything differently. This is SC, man. It's not no slouch. We ain't no Penn State. We you know what I'm saying? We not from the South. We from the West Coast. We one of the top 5 programs in the country, regardless if we win or not. This is SC, and we got to treat it like that. We got money over here, but why are we not organized, man? Why? Go ahead, bro.
Look, we trying to get that together. I'm gonna let everybody cook, but we trying to get that together. We understand what you're saying. That's what we've been going through. But we saying everybody is sensing a change. Lincoln Riley know this a make or break year, right?
Yeah, facts. He better know it.
A new bag just been dropped. What's up, Tim Prangley? You can hit the link, bro. A new bag being dropped. We just saying we see change. And the 2 dudes we got in the portal was my top 2 targets. So what's available in the portal, they going after it, and they going after it aggressively. I heard Keyshawn Silver got that bag that you talking about. So what you saying is changing under your eyes, bro. I don't know how close you following.
No, but let me say this.
Portal, we got 2 of the top dudes, bro.
I'm happy for that because we do need the line. We need more dogs. We need more dogs. Don't get me wrong. We need more dogs. But you know what I'm saying? I think Riley had to get more active, bro. I'm talking about, and stop selling the program short, man. You know what I'm saying? And to the dudes that left, I question your heart, man. You talk about money and everything. Y'all ain't put enough stats, man, to go out there and just like start commanding $4 and $5 million evaluations. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. We got to start treating these dudes stop treating them like they prima donnas, man. This is football, bro. Where your heart? Where your game at for? You know what I'm saying? Let it start speaking for yourself. I remember when stats used to speak. Stats speak hard, and that commanded money. When I look at SC, man, I don't see the dogs I used to see on the field. I see, and we got a lot of freshmen that should have played this year. They got more heart than we got more heart than these cats we seen on the field now.
Right.
Our freshmen got game. They ready to get on the field. They hungry. We got these busters in front of them. Y'all up here walking off the field. Y'all up here jumping in the portal. Y'all a bunch of punks to me. You jumping in the portal for what? And you ain't did nothing. You ain't did a thing, man. Where's the heart at? Where's the heart at, bro? And then you wonder why these kids down south are going. Listen, you talking about going here? You talking about going to a big SEC school? You won't make the field.
Right.
I don't care because you 6'6" and you tall. Show me some skills. Show me some heart. I question Zion Branch. You got speed, but why was you getting hawked down so much this year by linemen and linebackers? Why you get sad all of a sudden? Your brother didn't make the field because he wasn't a hard-hitting safety and he couldn't cover. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's keep it 100 with these dudes. They need to start getting real evaluations because a lot of y'all don't have the heart that you talk about. Because if you let money dictate it, you're not worried about the league. What are you about now? Because everybody's not going to get the big money. So if you want to make it to the league, show your heart now. Get out here and get grimy with it. Get out here and start cracking some dudes. Y'all got Taylor Mays right there, but y'all ain't playing like Taylor Mays.
Right.
Y'all ain't playing like these dudes that come alive. Y'all want the number 55. You want the number 1. You ain't playing like Keyshawn Johnson and them.
Right.
You don't get a number until you start showing it. You know what I'm saying? And it's what I see right now. It's the lack of heart, man. We played the only real game that had heart to me was the Michigan game. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. How we going there and lose to Minnesota and all these other places? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We made the program look bad, man. And then Miller Moss should listen. I'm done with this. I'm gonna make this statement, bro, and I'm done. I love your program, Aki. You keep doing what you're doing. We need more of you. I love USCJ. I love the dude Gabe over at the Trojan Blade. You know what I'm saying? The Conquest in them. But let me say this, man. Jaden Mayava is not the answer.
You don't think so?
No, man. He can't read the defense to save his life, bro. And he don't run when he should run, but he'll stay in the pocket when he shouldn't. So we got to get somebody with a cerebral and they're able to run. You know what I'm saying? But until you dudes jumping in the portal because you scared the ball and you don't really want to show your talent, why you running? Why you running? That bag, listen, because I guarantee if you go to somewhere else, you're going to find out what old boy found out, Malachi Nelson found out.
Right, he on the third transfer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Transfer.
You're going to be in repeated cycles. You might as well sit your butt down and get your skills built up and learn your trade. First of all, learn your technique of your position. Get your technique down. Then you sit your butt there and you make a way. If it don't bounce for you in the year, get your butt on. If you feel like it. But you running now because everybody in the portal, I'm looking like I'm not excited about you. Kick rocks. You didn't show me the potential. You didn't show me the heart that we need for you to be wearing this jersey. When you look at everybody that played your position before in the past, when you go back to them Pete days, and this is what I'm going to say this to Riley and I'm done. I promise I'm done. Dude, bring back competition Tuesday. Bring back competition Tuesday.
Remember that? Yeah.
Bring back competition. We need that right now. You got Pete Carroll in the building and you won't even pick his brain. I got a problem with you, Riley. You better go pick the mastermind who learned how to build talent and learn how to develop talent. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have the mastermind right in the building and won't talk to him. This dude was cherry picking everywhere from the country and had California on lockdown with no NIL money. We know he had money under the table, but no NIL money officially.
Right.
What you gonna do, Riley? If the ball's in your court, what you gonna do? Either you gonna develop them or you gonna kick rocks and get your butt back to Oklahoma State or something.
Let me ask you this though. You don't feel a little bit better after the last 24, 48 hours as far as our acquisitions?
I like the D linemen. Don't get me wrong. I like the big boys because that's going to free it. But we need backers. We need backers. We ain't got no backers. We got one backer, Eric Gentry. I love Gentry. The rest of them dudes, straight trash. The ones that was playing with him, number 13 and the other dudes, straight garbage. Right. They straight garbage, man. We haven't had no backers since Cushion and them, man. We ain't had no real backers since Mayago and them. You know what I'm saying? Where do we have, man? We don't have no dogs at the linebackers.
We have some. We had Hayes Ballard.
Hold on, y'all. Let me welcome my boy Tim Prangley in here. I started off on Tim Prangley channel, so let me show him love. How you doing, Tim?
I want to start a Suka's channel. When you start your channel?
Yeah,
I'm debating, bro. Listen, man. I love the game. I played the game. I played with a lot of these dudes against in high school. I remember Jamel Holloway from Banning. I remember the City League, the Marine League. When we didn't play for no state titles, the beautiful thing, LA used to play for the city title. That meant more than the state title. Yeah. We didn't play against the Modern Days. Modern Days didn't have no talent. They didn't want to come down to the city and get waxed against Crenshaw, Fremont, Locke, Manuel, San Pedro. You know what I'm saying? Compton High. We had dogs. Crenshaw. You know what I'm saying? And Dorsey was a monster.
Dorsey, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't see that no more. This dude is not putting the fence around us. We have talent right here, and USC is overlooking the talent right here.
Yeah, them inner city schools, especially if we ain't gonna crash Modern Day and St. Bosco, then we gotta get the inner city dudes. That's what you're talking about. What's up?
Demographics are changing though. I mean, like the IE's blowing up, the people moving, shifting around in LA a little bit. But I remember those times you're talking about. Yeah, I remember when I went to St. John Bosco, we sucked. Love football was bad. We
Yes,
played
sir.
Paulie. My brother played Paulie, and he was tight end, and he went up against Willie McGinst. On the when they were doing film before the game, his nickname was God. That's what they had down. And my brother said when he stood up in front of Willie, he said the lights went out. That's how big he was.
Man.
So I remember those days.
And listen, man, I'm very passionate about this, man. I love you, man. I love your show too, bro. We was just talking the other few nights ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and so I was just like, when I see this state of USC football, I've come through so many things, man. I'm 55. I've come through the eras when I've seen the dogs on the field, man, and I'm just not. I don't see that heart, man. I see the lack of heart, and it's like, dude, you big as you is, and you sitting up here getting pushed up. What's wrong with you? Why you standing straight up coming out your position? Why are you doing this? I love Woody Marks, and I love Mekhi Lemon. Mekhi Lemon, to me, was the best receiver, bro, hands down. He's a dog.
Yeah.
He's a straight dog. He needs a quarterback. I'm not sold on Jaden Maiava. You know what I'm saying? I've seen too many greats come through LA. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you can't sell me on this dude for sure. If he go in this thing and bomb in the Las Vegas Bowl, dude, kick rocks, jump the portal the next week.
It's going to be interesting to see. Well, so I'm with you, by the way. Everything you said earlier about Maiava, but remember one thing. He's still learning this offense. Most people want to tell you that he's got, I got a lot of pushback, a lot. He has the tools. It's just he does not have a command of this offense, and it showed so far. People didn't want to say that.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
But he's got the entire offseason. He'll have this bowl prep. He's running the ones now. You know how important those reps are. He's going to get some timing down with the guys. He's got on the same page. That interception he threw, they weren't on the same page. That comes with reps. So I mean, I agree with you though. It's check one, check two, and then he's running or throwing a fade. That's worrisome. But he's going to have time. He's got the physical tools to see if he can see if the game slows down for him a little bit.
I hope
that's all it's missing right now.
All right, I want to get everybody opinion on Maiava then, since we on him. What's up, Christian? How you feeling? First of all, how you feeling?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, what you think of what they saying about Maiava? But first, how you feeling about this new pickup? Then tell me what you feel about Maiava.
Man, the beginning of the portal, it was rough, but I understand where the team is headed. I'm loving the pickups. My main thing was attacking the trenches on both offense and defense. Defense is I'm happy with the pickups. The defensive lineman, like the interior, it should be sold up on paper. Are they going to do what we expect them to do? But as far as who are we grabbing, I love it. I would like to see us move to the offensive line, especially on that right side, especially more importantly to get a tackle. As well, I would like us to get a linebacker, at least two linebackers, especially the linebacker that's right there from Bosco that went to Washington. He'll have 3 years.
Yeah, House.
Yeah, he will have 3 years left, and plus he has production, right? We played against him ourselves, so that would definitely be a good pickup. What they're saying about Maiava, if he have a bad game in the bowl game, I'm not ready to move on from him. From the simple fact, it's going to come down to the offensive line, and we know where we stand currently with the offensive line situation, right? Mix and matching. I don't even know who we're going to start at offensive line right now. You know what I'm saying? Especially on that right side. And if the line, a lot of our problems this year was due to the offensive line, those tackles, right? Especially on the right side. It hampered play calling. It hampered creativity on play calling. It hampered the quarterback play for both Miller Moss and Maiava. I mean, we had to take our tight end basically out of the game, and even our running backs out of pass routes to be able to help our tackle situation hold up. Because if not, it's their family. You know what I'm saying? He been blown up. Tight ends had to be held in the block. Running backs had to stay in the chip block in order to protect the offensive line situation. But with Maiava, I feel like he has all the tools. I've seen him playing a system that he known at UNLV and played very well. He has a strong arm. He can see over the line. He's going to help the screen game out with the velocity and speed in which his ball come out to get to the wide receivers and running back quicker. We've seen that. His legs is going to be an added bonus. My thing about Maiava is, and I think he's going to be good and work out, is to what the other gentleman was saying, which I say all the time. Maiava came a day before the spring game, right? He came late in the quarter last year. So he's having to learn his offense, get the reps with the receivers and get on the same page. The interception against Penn State, let's be honest, it was a pass interference, and they just didn't call it. Number 29 from Notre Dame, he was doing it again last night. They were calling it on him last night. In our game, we didn't get that call. He grabbed Kyron Hutchinson and pulled him down to get the interception. That second interception he threw, it was 4th down, and Murphy got blown up on the right side again, and he basically was 4th down. You got to throw the ball in the end zone. You can't take a sack right there. Go ahead.
On that first one, see, the throw was actually, that's when you do throw the fade. You throw it to that back corner, because that would have been a touchdown. He had him beat. The guy grabbed him because he beat him. Yeah, you probably could have called that, but the two things: one, they just don't call that in the Big Ten. But the problem is he threw the back shoulder when the receiver was going. Hudson was going for that, going to the end zone. That's what I'm talking about. So PI or no PI, it was the bad read by Jaden. Is all I'm saying.
And I don't know. Here's the thing. I can't say that it was a bad read by Jaden because we don't know what the play call was and what it's designed to do. But what I can say is because of the limited experience in playing with those wide receivers, that they weren't on the same page. So what they were seeing and what they were going after and what they're going to do.
Yeah, but again, Moss would have made a better pass.
I think he could be really. I think he could be special, but he hasn't shown me anything. And to be honest, I respect your opinion, Christian. I know you know ball, but what I saw a lot of at Nevada also was the fact that I don't know how to say it. It doesn't have that. Doesn't have that poise. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I think he's got the talent, and I'm not saying he can't get that. It's just sometimes it seems like when that first or second read's not there, he just kind of goes into like a mode where he's just kind of scrambling. Do you know what I mean? Instead of sticking with the progression, you know?
Right. So but what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is with Maiava, he has the tools, and if our coaches who we hired our coach to be, he's the quarterback whisperer. He hasn't been with Riley a full year. Right. Yeah. So the things you work on him with, and if we do have that quarterback whisper, you work with him being able to come off the first, second read. And if those are not there, going through the progression. Right. So he was a 1-year starter. He was a 1-year starter at UNLV, and he'd been in our system less than even a calendar year. He came the day before spring. Right. So if we have the coach to which we say with the tools that he have, he should be able to coach him up as far as progression or reading after the first or two, or simply if 1 and 2 is not there, instead of scrambling to pass, go ahead and use your legs and take off and get 7 yards, get 10 yards, keep the sticks moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
But as far as arm strength, as far as accuracy, the ability to throw the deep ball, to be able to throw a 20-yard post on a dime, he showed us he have those things.
No question.
He did it in his limited action, in the last 3 games. And to answer my brother question, I'm sorry, man. What's your name? Because I really just have to. Shuka, man. I'm sorry. I don't know if I ever spoke to you before, so a privilege to speak with everyone, especially if it's for the first time. To answer that question, do Miller Moss make that pass to Hudson? The answer is no, because Miller Moss arm strength. We seen Miller Moss underthrow receivers who had a step or two on cornerbacks all year. He underthrown them by 10 yards, throwing throwing it short. So no. And if we can honestly speak, I have nothing against Miller Moss or nothing like that. I hope the kid does great in Louisville. Our offense, look at the numbers. Look at the amount of points we put up as well. Our offense played a whole lot better with Jaden Maiava back there, right? With Maava, it was only one game that we didn't get over 30 points, and that was against UCLA, where we had every opportunity to, where we squandered 3 or 4 trips within the red zone, and we came away with field goals.
All right, so what you're saying? Hold on one second.
Hold on. Let me go. I want to get everybody else's opinion on Maava. Then we could popcorn it and cook. Will, what you think about Maava? You still there, Will? All right, y'all cook then. Jay, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
What's your opinion on Maava right now?
I think Maava's he's good, but he needs some work.
Exactly.
He needs some work. So it's like you have to really sit down with him, because his intermediate and short passing game is like okay. I'm not gonna say it's elite. His deep ball game is elite though. He throws the deep ball really well.
I want to see Miller Maava. I want to see that guy. We get a little machine. We can split them together. Right. I want Miller Maava. That's what I want.
Listen, my thing is, man, listen, bro, you got to get more cerebral. You could have pulled this thing and ran for 20 on a bunch of things that you didn't do. You could have got out of Dodge and just jetted down the field on a few plays, but you stood to sit there. It's like you're not thinking in the pocket. It's like you're overthinking, then you're not thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got a hesitancy, and then you don't, then you do, then you mess up and do stupid stuff. Because you could have saved a lot of plays and broke with your feet. You big old boy, break down the field, man. Get up out of here, man.
Look, and that's what. Go ahead, Carter. Go ahead, Carter.
Do y'all believe in Lincoln Riley as a quarterback guru?
Yes,
most
definitely.
Riley, I believe he could do something with Maava. I seen something to work with. I feel like it's a higher potential. So I think the question is, do we believe in Lincoln to develop him? Because that's all I hear is he need to be developed. That's what I'm getting for y'all.
One of the key parts to where he could have developed, where like when my boy was talking about like getting out and stuff. I think what I would have done if I was Lincoln, I would have put my Maava in for plays. And you know what that would have done? It would have raised the competition.
Yes, sir.
If he would have put packages in like during the season, like when we were playing, not just at the end of the season, but like when we were playing even Michigan or we're playing Penn State, like even if we're up, however it goes, I would have put him in for plays because it creates competition. And then also the kid, he's going to do his natural thing. Like we seen it against Utah State. Did y'all see that touchdown he ran against Utah State? That was just natural ability, but he wasn't thinking. He wasn't too much into his own head. He was like, like he pulled the ball down, went to the left side, got out, bam, touchdown.
It's great.
But here, this is
Will back. Hold on, let's get Will. Will, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. My phone had went out for a little second. I don't know what happened.
What you think about Maava though? Some of us questioning. You think Lincoln Riley could get Maava right, and how you feel like he played this season when he hopped in there?
I mean, I think he did better than what Miller Moss. Of course, like I said, no shots to Miller Moss or anything. I think he has technical skills to be a good quarterback.
I can't hear you. You breaking up a little bit.
Can't hear me now?
I can hear you kind of low though.
You might be far away from your phone. Are you close to your phone?
Yeah, get close to the phone.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, got it. My fault, y'all. My fault. Like I was saying, I think he's a better quarterback for us than Miller Moss is. Definitely was. I think he did better in these last couple games that he was in. I think he has the technical skills and abilities to do what we need. You know what I'm saying? Once Lincoln get a full year under him, he's running the first at practice now. We get the spring ball in. You know what I'm saying? He get that real good coaching, just 100% of Lincoln Riley. I definitely think next year coming into the season, he'll be a much better quarterback than he is this year.
I pray he does, bro. I pray he does.
Yeah, the whole thing is I think the package thing you guys are talking about. So none of us were at. I went to 2 practices this year. None of us were at practice to watch real team competition and stuff. I'm thinking on the package stuff. I think Maava was having a bit difficulty just picking it up because we don't. I mean, why wouldn't he be out there earlier? Why wouldn't they run packages? I'm saying we're not there. We don't know, and I don't think it's any favoritism in that. It just came down to what are you doing on Howard Jones Field? Number one, I think you can pick that up, and like I said, we're talking about poise. We're talking about making that decision. Check, then just run, get those 4 to 6 yards. That's going to come with. He's a redshirt sophomore, right? I mean, he doesn't have that many starts underneath his belt. He really doesn't. And that should come in the offseason. And if it does, we're great. But what people out there that are 100, we got Maya, but we're good. People that you guys, he is a wild card.
Very much.
He is a wild card. He could be, and I believe he could be that guy. But going into the season, throwing all your chips and all this in on Jaden,
I don't believe
may not be fair to the young man. That's all I'm going to say it right there. And then also, we're all forgetting one thing. In the beginning of the season, it wasn't like Miller was a bum. That dude, that second half at Michigan, do we really think that Jaden was ready for that second half of Michigan? Does anyone on this panel think that he was ready for that pressure against Michigan? That's
okay. So here's my thing. Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. At the beginning of the year, outside of the LSU game, right? There's not much tape. There wasn't much tape on Miller Moss other than the bowl game and the LSU game. Miller Moss started to decline once we played Michigan. They figured out, okay, he can't throw a deep ball. He wanted to get the ball out of his hand real quick. So everyone started pressing our receivers who couldn't get off the line, and we immediately started to see the decline. In the second half of the Michigan game, no matter if the defense make that tackle or not, if Miller Moss don't throw a pick six in that second half,
oh come on,
if he don't throw a pick six in that second half, look at the final score. Look at the final score.
Hold on. Let me push back with all due respect. That's a bad take. I'm sorry. It's just a bad take. Miller Moss, there's so many people who just got this thing twisted. Miller Moss in that game kept us in that game. Go watch that game again. The throws he threw, and by the way, he can throw a good deep ball. He's inconsistent. That's his problem. And I do think that Jaden throws a much better deep ball, but he can throw a deep ball. Matter of fact, there was a play. I don't know which. It was late in the games he was starting. He really drove a ball out to the left side across to Hudson. That was about, because you're throwing across the field. He put some pop on that, probably a good 50-yard throw on a line. He has the ability. He's inconsistent. I'll give you that right now. I'm not saying Miller Moss is great. I'm not even saying he's better than Jade. But people are diminishing that dude. That dude was a tough son of a bitch. He took a lot of hits. It wasn't just the LSU game.
Say that again.
He kept us in that Michigan game. And quite frankly, the defense did screw that one up. That's not on Miller Moss. He threw one. And by the way, if you throw the ball 50 times a game, you're going to throw some picks.
That was the biggest problem, Chris.
Look. I put.
Hold on. Let me respond since he responded to me. All right. Because if you're looking at second half, he did. We had got the momentum back, and that pick six was decrippling. Right, the defense only gave up 20 points against Michigan. I'm not putting it all on Miller Moss because there were many games where at the end the defense couldn't make a stop or gave up a play that we lost. But there were also many games where the ball was in his hand and we had an opportunity to win, and he didn't make the play. He either threw the ball high or he threw an interception that completely lost the game. Right, that's Penn State. That's Minnesota. The Maryland game. That was the Minnesota game. And I'm not taking anything. I'm not taking anything away from Moss or saying Moss. Let me get my point out, and I'll let you go. There's nothing I'm taking away from Miller Moss saying that Miller Moss is trash or bad. I'm not saying that at all. I said our problem started with the offensive tackles. But the reason we were calling for the change in Iowa is because Miller Moss was limited with being able to escape the pressure, and our offensive line couldn't hold up. So he was taking a beating in these games, or balls were getting tipped when he was throwing it because of the pressure and inability to elude the pressure. That's why that's why people were calling for Jaden Maiava. And the reason I think that he waited so long is because Miller Moss was playing well enough to keep us in this game, and he wasn't the only reason that we was losing these games. Other players wasn't making plays down the stretch. There's opportunities for defense. There was opportunities for the defense to make plays to win the game as well. So as a coach, you're saying he's not playing all that bad other than a couple of plays. I don't feel like I need to make this move yet. And plus, he wasn't going to make a move until after the after we've had a bye week, because he said it's not unfair for me to throw this kid in here without having a couple weeks to give him to prepare to see what we really got in him. And Moss wasn't just playing that bad that was like we need to instantly take him away, but due to our offensive line situation and things like that, the change needed to be made.
Yeah, so in all the games you named, and we all know this, but we don't want to rehash the season; it's too painful. The defense let us down,
Right.
And why? Why? Not because defense was bad, not because the scheme was bad. We just didn't have the depth. Period.
No, we did.
That's it. We knew going into the season. We knew that. And late in games, we would fade. Those missed tackles against Michigan, pure example, dudes just being tired. Period. You know, out of the line.
I would disagree.
Okay,
I would disagree.
Remember,
How you disagree?
Martin,
How you disagree when the defense was letting everybody down, bro? Come on, man. We choked them. We gave up some big runs against Michigan. And
that's not what I'm. Go ahead. That's not what I'm saying.
Hold on, y'all.
Hold on. Let me cook real for 1 second, bro.
Y'all about to switch topics. I just want to say one thing about Miller, and I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna let y'all go. I put Miller Moss more on Lincoln Riley. I feel like Lincoln Riley
I agree.
Playbook to a pocket quarterback.
Yep.
Right. Second, I put it on the offensive line. He didn't have no protection while being a pocket quarterback. And we should have just ran more. Miller Moss gonna fit better in a system where it's more balanced. Where he can get into play action, where the defense is guessing. They gotta respect the run. They gotta respect the whole playbook. Then thirdly, I'll pull it on Miller. But I feel like that's Lincoln Riley's fault. What happened with Miller Moss? We should have changed our play calling and changed our scheme. But yeah, y'all go ahead and cook though. That's all I want to say about Miller. And I think
can I say one thing? Can I say one thing? And then, like, you know, with Miller, if you guys really look at his game, Miller did two things very, very well. Well, he threw to the left-hand side very well, but that's also was his worst throws. All his interceptions came when he could throws on, you know, to the left-hand side.
He'll stare receivers down sometimes. That's the only thing I didn't like. On that left side, he'll stare down receivers sometimes.
Yeah. The left-hand side is where he threw all his interceptions. Really go back and look at the games, like, oh, he's always to the left. When I first noticed it when he did it against Louisville, and then when he did it against Michigan, that same side, I'm like, oh, the left-hand side.
And Utah State, and he did against Utah State.
He got away 2 or 3 before that Michigan game. He got away 2 or 3 to the left side in the flat, and I said that. You do that against what's the kid's name? The corner for Michigan, the stud. Who picked it up?
That got hurt. Number 2. I know you're talking about.
I actually literally called that on the Friday show right before the game. So I mean, I knew that was coming. Yeah.
Right. And I want to correct something.
That was his nemesis.
So what do you think we should listen? Miller Moss was a decent quarterback. He is. He's a decent quarterback.
Yeah.
He can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, and I wanted to correct something because I didn't want my statement to seem like I was saying Miller Moss is the reason that we lost those games. What I'm saying in those games, we lost those games on both sides due to offense not making the play when they had the ability to win the game or put the game away, or defense not having the ability to get off the field and make a stop on the last drive. So I'm not saying Miller Moss is the reason we lost those games. What I'm saying, it was on both sides, because every game we lost, it was either offense didn't make a play, who had the ball last, right? I mean, we can go through many of the games, or it was defense didn't make the stop, who was on the field last. So it went both ways.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. I heard Tim and Ben Mack talking about the defense. I wanted to hear their perspective on the defense, because I wasn't mad at the defense this year.
Well, and last thing on the offense, and that's what I kind of said also when we made the move to Mayava. People want it to be so simple. People want to just be one move and then we're good. The backs were missing blocks. The linemen were missing blocks. The receivers were dropping balls, and the quarterbacks were staring down the receivers. It was a bunch of stuff. But at the end of the day, really, the offense put the defense in a position to win, in my opinion, and the defense would run out of gas every game.
And that's like you said, that's depth.
That's depth.
But see, so the only reason I can't agree to that because it's games where the offense had the ball in the red zone last and couldn't score.
Let me say this to you.
No, that's right. That's
why
the
weren't
point.
we playing? Why weren't we playing any more the freshmen? It's like a lot of people didn't touch the field. I feel should have touched the field. Even in those situations, you got to get these dudes some burn, because if we talking about depth and we got people we won't play, I got a problem with that. Put those young people in there, man. Let them young people get a handle on some things, man, in big situations. This is going to build their confidence. It's going to teach them how to read and react. If you don't put them in situations, you only got them reading and reacting in certain things where you can slow it down. No, you need to put them in live situations where these young people can get a taste of it, man. That's what I mean.
You don't know what you got.
You
don't know what you got till you put them in the game.
Exactly.
Chris,
that's what Competition Tuesday was about with Pete Carroll and them.
Yeah.
Your
funny thing, by the way, I was listening to you earlier. Pete Carroll won in spite of the university. Meaning they didn't support him for shit. You imagine if he got the support that Saban got. Can you imagine if he got support that the modern day teams get? They wouldn't even give him a damn weight room. And you know what? And then he wins that. They say, hey, look, win a championship, then we'll talk. He wins the championship. He goes to wants his new weight room. You know what they said to him? You won the championship. What do you need a weight room for? That is a true story. I got a person that was there and heard the whole conversation. So I mean, but going back to Christian, great point on the offense. There were times where they had a chance to put away. Absolutely. My point is go look at those games. Look at the defense we were playing, like Penn State, like Michigan. Look at the points the offense put up compared to the rest of the teams in the country. The offense was putting up points against those teams. The offense was putting up more than their average, almost every one of those games. And it was the defense. So I'm saying you can't score on every drive, Christian. I agree. And a couple of times, though, it was stupid penalties, by the way, that killed us. It was stupid penalties that put us behind the sticks. That one interception on Penn State, right? Wasn't there a penalty that says back in that drive? I'm pretty sure on that series. So I mean, it was dumb stuff that happened on offense. Usually, it was a guy that couldn't stay in his stance. We know who he is. He's not on the team anymore. That would set them, behind the sticks, and especially when your clock's running, and then they would have to end up punting. I agree. I think Riley gets a bit conservative. I agree. In essence, I think that they were taking too long to get the plays on.
My boy Rye up in the building. What's up, Rye?
What's up? What's going on, Carter? What's going on, fellas? I mean, I think we should have expected off rip this coming into this season that our offense was going to regress. I think we should have expected that because we were losing Caleb, and we didn't know what we was really getting from Miller. We didn't know. We didn't know what we was going to get from all the receivers when a lot of them didn't get no run time from the previous season. So, I mean, we knew that the expectation for the defense was going to be better with the fact that we had just got Deontay Lynn, and everybody knew what he had did previously. And our defense, we did have talent from a bunch of the recruits that we had previously. So we knew that it was only going to go what? I think we all went into the season just like, okay, as long as we have a top 50-30 defense, we're going to make it we're going to make it to the playoffs. That's what everybody was saying. But shoot, when you lose a big part of, half of your offense right there in Caleb, I mean the season just going to go downhill, I mean what do you tell? I mean, hey, that's just what it is at the end of the day. Because
didn't we think it was always the thing about having Riley? Didn't we all think that we'd always have a star quarterback?
Always.
And so here's the thing: it started with Malachi Nelson. He severely hurt that shoulder, and I'm telling you guys, he never threw the same after that.
Yeah,
he's not the same quarterback that he was.
You right. 100%. Even when I saw him in the spring game, I was like, he don't look like he's ready from that injury. And part of it, he shouldn't have even left. I think he should have just, hey, man, okay, took the treatment. Let me listen to what the coaches are saying and sit back. I don't know who got in his ear to make him think that.
There you go. That's the key word. Got in his ear.
Somebody got in that kid's ear because he already leaving Boise State?
Yeah, come on. Because he knew he wasn't finna touch that position over at Boise.
And
but the thing is he just doesn't. Listen, you get hurt. It changed your mechanics there. That he's just not the same guy he was in high school. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's just a jump from high school to college, maybe. But I trust Riley. I mean, look at the guys that besides him. Look at the quarterbacks he's gone after. I mean, look at Lagway just shredding it right now. Raiola, that's a different story. But but we don't know what he'd be we don't know what he'd be with if he was playing with. But I'm worrying. Here's a concern we should have as Trojan fans. his high school quarterback, look at his record going all the way back to Malachi. And look at the quarterbacks he's had. Usually they were portal quarterbacks.
So who is out there now that we can grab, to be honest with you, that will fit this scheme, that will come in and push everybody? Because I know we got Husan Longstreet on there waiting, but he's still an unfinished work.
Yeah, you don't want a true freshman.
No,
the QB who Colorado just got. I was hoping we could have gone after that kid.
I want the kid. Who's the guy that followed his OC from Washington?
Washington State kid.
Yeah, Washington State. John Mateer. That kid.
We didn't have a shot.
I know. Well, yeah, because he followed his OC. But I mean, that, if you ask me what's the model you want, that's the guy you want. He's a legit dual threat quarterback.
So it's nothing else out there, to be honest. If you know
it really isn't.
There's nothing else out there. It's dry.
The good news is we have an unproven. Look, Maeva is a good quarterback. Is he that guy? Is he that guy? We don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know, but he could be.
Pro Bowl. We'll find out in the Pro Bowl, I believe, what he's going to do. And like we said, it's not even Javen Maeva. We know he has the tools. We know he has everything that it takes to be a better quarterback. What is Lincoln going to do with it? We keep on saying that. What is Lincoln going to do? You feel me? Once again, we know and like I said, when I answered the question earlier today about the Miller Moss, I was just asked, do I think Maeva was a better fit than Miller Moss? The only reason why I believe Maeva was a better fit than Miller Moss is because he can be a dual threat. When we need somebody to run, we need somebody to get out the pocket because we have pressure. He's able to get out the pocket. He's able to move around. He's able to give the receivers a little more time to get open. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that in the Lincoln Riley system that we had last season, I believe that Maeva would have been a better fit. And I do agree with what majority you guys are saying. And from what I know of, the reason why Maeva was not starting quarterback this season was because he did not know the system. You feel me? I believe once he learns the system, I believe he's going to be a great fit for what we got going. You know what I'm saying? Just once we believe in Lincoln Riley, we don't have why are we questioning? Why I don't understand why we question. If you believe in Lincoln Riley and you have a decent quarterback, it's going to get done. Just believe that it's going to get done. You feel
but
me?
His decision making is questionable at times.
At best, it's questionable.
I agree with that 1,000, but that
he got away with a lot of throws. A lot of throws.
I agree with that. I agree with that 1,000. Once again, that comes with our system, and you got another.
Yeah.
You got a coach back. You got a coach who can teach you better mannerisms back there and what to do. Yeah,
can I say this? I would rather have a QB whose decision making isn't questionable at all.
Yes.
Even if he has let's say maybe his arm strength is maybe 85% or 90% compared to
Lincoln. Is that you, Lincoln? Is that you, Lincoln?
This Rye.
I'm just kidding. Hey, no, that's why Miller was a quarterback early in the season. But when Miller started turning the ball over, then it's like, okay, what are we doing here?
He was making bad throws, and
right.
I think he felt the pressure too. From the media, from the fans,
from Riley. You guys, I'm on the sidelines and I'm watching those conversations, and I was taking pictures. I took video. There's a couple of videos I have. There, I guess I can say it now. There was on the sidelines, and Riley comes over and talks to Miller, and I don't even remember the context of the game, but I remember the moment because when I'm shooting pictures, I'm not following the whole game. It's kind of weird. I don't explain it.
Yeah.
But I remember the moment. I look over, I'm shooting video, and I never came to light because it was too personal. Miller looks. Riley comes and talks to her, backs to us, and it's kind of, I don't know if it's heated, not yelling, but it's like a conversation. Miller looks, like upset, visibly upset. He looks right at his mom because mom is in the stands, the front row, right behind where Miller, if he's on the tunnel side, right where he warms up the throw, and he turns and looks at his mom like that, kind of like a knowing look. And I'm telling you, he was getting a lot of pressure. Like Lincoln was putting some stuff in his head during games. I don't know what it is, obviously, but there was pressure, for him to perform. And I think in the end, that's what happened. I think the pressure has got to him.
And one thing we forgetting
where you come, you won't get.
And one thing we're forgetting about, which was a telling tale, is that Maeva came a day before spring. He played better than Miller Moss in the spring game. They didn't Riley did not name a starting quarterback to the week of the LSU game because he was saying it was so close, it was so close, it was so close. So if Maiva was up to speed in the offense from getting there so late, because he missed mostly all the spring ball, and then you come into summer camp. If he was, if it's probably a good chance that Maiva was our starting quarterback week one, if he had the playbook and all that stuff more officially with getting that late start.
I don't really
And
know
so-
if that's totally it. To be honest,
It's a lot of factors there.
I don't want to keep defending Miller Moss, but Miller Moss played solidly the first half, the first 3 or 4 games. We didn't win those games. He was getting the snot beat out of him, but he was playing well as a quarterback. The team was the line. I don't even remember until the offensive line, especially Elijah Page probably watched the film of how Michigan blocks, and I'm doing air quotes for the blocks. Grabbing way outside the frame and just holding like mad. Once Elijah learned that, the left side was locked down. But the entire right side with Alani, he had some up and down games. And then Mason Murphy had his troubles on the right. They had free run at Miller, like basically the entire season. I don't mean like scrambling. No quarterback, not even Maiava, not even Caleb. By the way, there's a reason why Caleb went from Superman to,
exactly. He was running for his life,
throwing interceptions. Remember Notre Dame?
Yeah,
if you're pressing too hard, if your offensive line's letting you down, you feel like you can put your team on your back, like Miller thought he had to do. Starts making throws he probably wouldn't throw, just like Caleb. You start throwing picks, and then once he did that, and he's got in his head, Riley said, and Riley I said the whole season, Riley didn't have a favorite. Which quarterback will put my team in the best position to win? Once it became that it was clear that Maiava picked up enough of the scheme, maybe his poise got a little bit better. We saw Maiava. It's that simple. It's really that easy.
So where do we go from here? That's the question is. So how do you think he's going to perform in this bowl game? You think he's going to is he going to regress?
I think he'll take a leap. I think he'll make a leap. Yeah.
I think
Here's my issue about him making the leap, and my expectation is the offensive line is in a worse situation than it has been all year.
100%.
I mean, so that's what it's going to come down to.
But remember, hold on. Sorry, their top 3 defensive linemen are not playing the game.
That's still fine. It's Texas A&M, and they keep good people. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if their top 3 people are not playing. If our offensive line performs, especially on the right side like it's been all year, and we're not even for sure. I'm not even for sure yet who we're going to be starting on that right side. That's going to have a lot to do with it.
Well, Mason Murphy is I don't want to disparage young man, but he's had struggles all year. You have now Tobias Raymond, who's probably been running with the ones.
But we don't know we don't know what we're going to get from these guys yet.
No, we don't.
And
no, we don't.
And if Tobias Raymond was better than Murphy, he should have been playing all year.
But that's the case. That's the thing. You got old boy up out of there. His Josh Simpson's gone, right?
Yeah, he had Purdue.
Yeah, he had Purdue, right? Gone, kick rocks, you going to the garbage. Stay with the garbage. But what I'm saying is, we gotta develop more, man.
Yeah,
we gotta develop more. A lot of technique. When I look at that line, a lot of these dudes were getting blown by. Wasn't no technique. Coming out the stands wrong, standing straight up. You know what I'm saying on certain things. It's just I didn't see technique with a lot of these dudes. As let alone even with the receivers coming off of press coverage. You know what I'm saying? None of them. We didn't develop a lot of things, man.
I think Henson might do a better job because it seemed like he did a good job with the tight ends.
Yeah.
Hanson.
But I just want to see more technique. I want to see more soundness, man.
You know what though? I agree with you. There were some things I didn't like, right? But I'll tell you that I like how Pregnon got better every single game, it seemed like. I like the way that Elijah Page really came on strong the second half of the season. That didn't just happen, Suka. Yeah, that's some coaching there.
That is true. But let me say this, man, with all due respect, we got to teach these kids better things, and we need to we need to do a better rotation, man, because let's go back to the depth saying. We send them in depth, but we got people we won't even play. How do you know what a kid got if you won't put him in a live situation? Practice is totally different. You put a kid in a live situation, you worried about depth, but you won't play the dude behind him because you feel like what? We have to start circulating people and putting them in, letting them get a taste of this, man. Let somebody get slapped in the mouth and just see how they react. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that goes into the question I was about to ask. What happened? Why didn't we put Tobias Raymond in the Michigan game, and then he didn't play for the rest of the year? But he did really well in the Michigan game.
He played well. I wouldn't say really well. He
Well, I mean, he played well, yeah. But
did you watch that? Because I went back and watched it a couple times. I was looking for that same thing. He looked green. He looks green. But that was 7 games ago.
I think he played better than Murphy though, Tim.
And it was Michigan. Good place. Yeah.
Tim, I think he played better than Murphy though, because Murphy not only was he getting beat, he the false start king. That's what we call him over here.
Yeah, I agree. Did you wait, Carter? Did you hear me earlier? I'll say a certain guy that did not stay his stance. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What this team likes, though, if you listen to Henson, and that's the word I heard through spring, what I heard through fall. Every time I talk to Henson, one word: consistency. And I know that sounds stupid because I'm talking about defending Mason Murphy, but again, we're not at practice. What does Tobias look like at practice? How consistent is he?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I mean, because you can say the same thing for the defensive line, because as soon as, Bear was gone and, everybody thought like Carlon Jones was going to be the next one to step up. They didn't even give him no run time. Same thing like Jod, he got in more so than Carlon. And it was like, you got these big bodies out here. See what these kids can do. Don't just put it all on Nate Clifton and Meyer like that. I mean, come on now. Like, what's the point in going to get these kids?
Get on what he was saying about what Tim was saying about practice. Tim, can we trust practice when we seen Tackett Curtis playing? Maybe would he?
Oh, that was great. Hold on, hang on.
I wasn't at practice. Hold on. This is my point though, Tim. I feel like the USC coaches, the Riley regime, I feel like they be too loyal to their decisions they make in certain. 100%. So once they choose a player,
that's cold, Carter.
You got to fight tooth and nail for them to reverse their decision, admit they was wrong.
Yep.
I think, well, one thing, that guy's at UCF now. He's someone else's problem.
Tackett?
No. Grinch.
Oh yeah, Grinch just got hired at the DC.
Yeah. So he's someone else's. Yeah, I don't think that we didn't see that this year on defense, especially. On offense, again, the claim is that Miller was favored. I just told you my take on that. Whether I'm right or wrong, whether whatever. To me, it makes a lot of sense. None of us watch practice. Same point right there. A lot of us want to guess what's going on, and we can guess what's going on. But man, we've listen. We know that these coaches are running these guys through, and they know who can play. I told you about the offensive line consistency. Quarterbacks don't throw interceptions. We don't know what's going on at practice. So for us to assume they're making favorites, maybe, but I think most likely it's just the guys aren't performing.
Hold on. Let me hit that, please. Let me hit that. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Go ahead.
You don't think they want to win, Suka? Come on.
No, it's not that they don't want to win, but see, this is where we go. We gotta stop being biased and acting like these dudes won't do this. Yeah, I'm a dad. I got kids in school. I had to dig in a couple of coaches. My son right now plays D tackle for Magnolia. I'm for a school right now, and I'm like, dude, you're favoring this dude, and he's trash.
Woo!
You're favoring him. He's trash. He has no technique. But when my son comes in, he blows up the hole. He commands a double team every time. Mm-hmm. So why this dude get blown off the ball and he's going 4 or 5 yards back, but when you put my dude in, he's clogging the hole. He commands a double team. But who
was doing that? Who was doing that on the field we saw this year?
But have we seen any freshmen? Have we seen any dogs that come off the bench? That's the question. Listen, gameplay is different.
Yeah, we did.
Gameplay is different, man. When you come off that practice, man, you got some dudes when they get in, they know it's a live game. They click in and go. We had
some freshmen. Hold on. We had some freshmen. We had Cam playing.
Yeah.
We had D-Day playing. We had Desmond Stevens playing.
Yep.
That's 3 off top.
It's good enough to continue.
And we can honestly say that who number 10, the defense on the rush end for us.
Yeah.
Cam or Shelby should have been starting over him day one.
You talking about Muhammad, that dude, what's his name?
Yep.
Muhammad. Remember what I told you guys?
He wasn't getting nothing, bro. He wasn't getting nothing.
Remember what I told you guys? Consistency. And if you listen, you have to listen. I mean, I know a lot of his coach speak. I know it's boring. Trust me. When we go there, we ask them questions. They never give. I mean, I stop going a lot of times because they don't give us a real good. But you listen to what they say. Riley said it. He's all. You know what a great player is? A great player, is not the guy who makes the great plays. it's the guy who's consistent and his bad plays don't hurt that bad.
Well, we can say that then. If that's the case, Lemon should have been.
By the way, I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm saying that's what he said.
No, but I get what you're saying. But I'm saying like what you're saying 100% is right, as well as what my other man right here is saying. But I mean, Lemon should have been the number one receiver.
There's not a person on this planet that's not a bigger Lemon fan. I was a huge fan of his when he was in high school, when he was a recruit, and his freshman year. Because we had Taj. I mean, listen, Taj was special too. So I mean,
Lemon should have had at least 1,200 yards receiving this season.
He got hurt though. He got hurt. That cheap shot against
that's true.
That bullshit play they had that Michigan did knocked him out for a couple games. Otherwise, he would have been something.
But even when he came back, sometimes he wasn't getting all.
Not a lot of targets. You're right.
Yeah, listen. Let's go back to this. We talk about receivers. Real quick switch. These dudes was dropping passes they should have never been dropping anything.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, Butterfingers. Listen, Branch, if you hear me now, dude, you better go get some stickum like Lester Hayes did. You better go get some stickum like Lester Hayes, buddy, because you can't catch a lick, bro. And then you were getting hawked down by linemen and linebackers. Come on, man, I got a problem. Then we got the big boys who couldn't catch nothing. You getting hit right in your chest and you can't catch nothing?
Face mask.
I love our tight ends better.
No, dude. Oh, goddamn! How quickly we forget, guys.
McCree was catching everything out there, man. Before
Deuce missed one off against Penn State on third down.
He missed a few.
It hit him in the face mask. So I mean, I don't know how better you could put a ball on a receiver's hands than hit him right in the face.
We only got one wide receiver who got stick him, and that's Mekhi Lemon.
That's it right there. Number one dude. I've been pushing him all year long. He got the heart, dude. He got that dog mentality. Them other dudes is too prima donna, man. You better put that money down before you be washed up out of here.
Exactly.
Well, and then also you gotta see him when you return the ball, bro. He just goes. He don't think.
Bro. He ain't like Branch trying to dance around and do all that. Nigga, get upfield.
Right.
Get upfield. Put your feet in the ground and get upfield. Quit trying to look, dude. Quit trying to look like you the man, but don't play like you the man.
I would have loved that. Two gloves. I would have loved gloves for Stickum, and one set of gloves where you drop everything.
I would have loved to have seen Xavier Jordan get some run time, because in the spring, the little time that he got, he did his thing out there.
Yeah,
he'll be big this year. I agree with you. He's special.
Yeah,
kid is fast too. I'm just saying, man.
That's what competition. That's what competition.
Getting a lot of clock next Friday. He'll be getting a lot of clock next Friday. He'll be in the rotation next Friday.
That's what I'm saying. Competition Tuesday. Lincoln Riley, if you hear me, you need to implement it. Quit being scared to play these cats. Put everybody position up for grabs.
Yep.
Put everybody position up for grabs. Quit trying to favor the one wide receiver because he's taller than this. That boy ain't got no hands to save his life. He ain't got no wheels.
I think have you seen Suka? Have you seen Corey Sims from St. Louis?
Oh, he's a monster.
He's 6'4". He's a little bit shorter, but he's a guy. He's a guy that plays 6'6".
Yeah, okay.
You know, he's that guy that is about 6'3", 6'4", but he plays much bigger than he is. And the tall receivers we had played smaller than they were.
So at the pieces that we lost on offense, you know what I'm saying? Is y'all mad that we lost those pieces now that it gives
No. Perfect.
I'm just asking. I'm just making sure.
Not at all, man. You know, I think people were more emotional over the fact because we liked the kid. But when once that passed and we realized, you go back looking at them games, you like, bro, you missed a lot.
And there's potential, guys. And there's potential there. I think that,
it is.
You know,
it is potential.
Maybe it's the fact that they just weren't getting like, you know how it is. If you're in a game, baseball especially, but in football too, and you got to warm up. You get to know the guy who's covering you. You know what I mean? You see what he's biting on. If they keep feeding you, then you get better as the game goes. But the ball was split around so many different ways. None of these guys could really heat up. I mean, there's 4 of them. I just think it was. I said on my show the other day. I said, you know what? I think I was just too naive that these guys there'd be enough. They liked each other. It was a tight room. But at the end of the day, you know. I just think
guys,
that it wasn't
I don't
gonna
know
happen.
why. I just saw Deuce he committed to Florida State. Now I don't know why he going down there.
They're gonna run him out the room. They're gonna run him out the room.
He played baseball too. Florida State has a good baseball program.
That is true.
And his dad covers Florida State for like rivals or something like that as well. There's a connection.
But the reason I'm not upset, and I wasn't upset about the moves, I think the one person that we did lose that I was like, I wish he could have stayed was Joyner.
Yeah.
But I understand it. I understand the asking price. The rest I wasn't messed up about. For the simple fact is, I knew what our need is on this team, and the needs on this team was to shore up the trenches, the defensive line and the offensive line. The only way I would have been upset if we gave up all those players is if we didn't succeed in the portal, and we didn't go get what we need like last year. But this year, what we're bringing in, that money we freed up, and what we're bringing in on the defensive line, hopefully we move over to the offensive line. It's all working, because I don't care how many skill positions you got. If you don't have those trenches, offensive line and defensive line, it does not matter at all. Don't matter if you got Tom Brady at quarterback. Tom Brady they let all their skill positions go, and they said we can bring in receivers to play, but we're gonna show up and make sure we keep our defensive line and our offensive line and make sure that's intact, because that's where it starts, in the trenches.
There you go. I agree.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did everybody watch? Did everybody watch the first playoff game? Right.
You talking about last night?
Last night, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so after seeing that game with Indiana and knowing that they didn't play nobody during the regular season, do you think we should have been up in there with a 6-6 record?
No. Yeah, we'd gave more competition than Indiana.
There you go.
They straight trash.
I think
even SMU, they getting blown out.
They getting blown out.
But I still don't think we would have, we deserve to be in there with a 6-6 record. But
I get you. So you are what your record is, but I'm saying though, we would have been way more. We would have done way more in that game.
Can I ask you guys a question? This is a serious question, and it's not anything totally crazy. What would this team have been like with Lafitte, Rakes, and Bear Alexander the whole year?
Say that again.
What would our record have been this year? And these guys are not huge difference makers. But all those close games and getting gashed up the middle against Notre Dame. What would this team have been like with Bear, Lafitte, and Rakes? And
I think it would have still been the same, because the offense was the issue.
The offense was the issue? Right? Wait, what? All those games we lost? The
offense
was the issue?
Hold on,
y'all. Covered this.
Hold on, y'all. Somebody got an echo. Hold on, y'all. Somebody got an echo. Y'all can't hear that?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah, somebody too close. Somebody listening too close or something. I can hear.
Is it right now?
No,
somebody has their phone on speaker, is what it is.
It stopped now. I don't hear that noise no more.
Okay. I know. So Tim, I think we still would have been, the defense would have been even more better than what it was, because I think we ended up being a top 30, top 40 defense. But offensively, the issues and with the coaching decisions on play calling, I think we still probably would have been what we is, unless we would have made the change from the QB from the jump.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, because every game we lost, I mean, there were multiple plays, but it came down to one play. Somebody not making a play on either side of the ball, or an offensive lineman not blocking and letting somebody come in and block a field goal. If we had those guys on the interior, our defense, that's more depth and that's more size. Our defense is not worn down as much, and we win though. We have a shot. I mean, every game we lost was winnable this year. So if we have those guys. If we have those guys on the defensive line and we add that much more talent to it, because let's look at this. Our defense was on pace to be very good, but by this third game, we start having mass people out for the year, injured, taking red shirts, and stuff like that. So depth would really hit. If we had those guys, we're definitely competing for a playoff spot.
Now, let me ask you a question about Bear Alexander.
He went to
Oregon. I know he's going to Oregon. Yeah.
I hope we smack them boys next year.
Yeah, we going to smack. I believe that, man. It's just the way we play at QB to me. Because I think with the depth right now, our lack is depth in linebackers to me. You know what I'm saying? With Kamari Ramsey, he said he's coming back, right?
Yep.
So I'm a little sure about that. Then we got a couple of youngins on the bench at safety. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple of decent corners. So what I'm saying is we just need to clog it up. But with Barry Alexander, man, who are you getting?
There's no dog in him. He's got all the physical talent in the world. He's gotten by his entire life by being an absolute he's got all the physical tools. I just don't think he has that. You know, even the greatest players in any sport, they have that. You know, they're after practice shooting. They're shooting free throws. You know, Kobe Jordan shooting free throws after practice. Last guy to leave practice, right? Those guys. He doesn't have that, and I think that's why he was in the no pun intended. He was in the doghouse.
Yeah,
he got himself the dog because he just did not. Everyone else is busting their ass, and he's just kind of just laid back. You know.
He got a taste of that LA life.
Yeah, did he have a penthouse downtown? He had a penthouse downtown.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Oh, he probably didn't want to come out the penthouse.
A lot of them dudes from the East Coast, the West, and the Midwest, when they come out to Cali, they start enjoying it, bro.
Man, come on.
Hey, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It wasn't even a California issue with Bear. I mean, you go to 4 different high schools. You go to Georgia and you having the same issue. You go to USC and it's the same issue. It's not a location issue, it's a person issue. If you don't want to practice and you don't want to work, then that's on you. And one reason I love Penny, because I don't care about your star rating or your name. If you're not going to work and you're not going to put the work in and you don't have that dog mentality, then you're not going to play. Mm-hmm. You want to see the field. You want to see the field, earn it. Show me you want to see the field. You know what I'm saying?
That's it right there.
And a coach like that, I had a coach in high school. And one thing I had to learn when I went to play college ball is that in high school, I was the best player on my team. And my coaches let me do whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. I still was going to play. I still was going to start. But when I got to college, I had a coach that said, you have so much natural ability if you can just put the work behind it. If not, you're not gonna be here. Yeah, you was the best player at your high school, but everybody's the best player at their high school that's on the college level, right? So you can't escape with it. And to this day, me and that coach, I still keep in contact, and I love him for that, because that was the first coach outside of my dad in Little League that told me that to make me better. Who didn't just let me skate by and say, "Oh, it's okay because I'm not concerned with you once you leave here." You know what I'm saying? His whole thing is, if you got goals and you want to get to the next, you're not gonna be able to get away with that. So I'm not gonna let you get away with it now, because all I'm doing is hampering you. So that's why I love Henry for that. Like, you don't want to work. You don't want to put in the off season and the training. You don't want to go to full force. You won't then you're not gonna play. And I totally agree with that.
You're right.
Hey guys, this is a great conversation. Carter, thank you for having me on, but I'm sick as a dog. I gotta, speaking of dogs, I gotta go lay down.
Man, when we go get together again.
But this was a great talk, you guys. And so Suka, one thing to remember, I really do. I honestly think that Dism Stevens is legit. And Jaden Walker is going to be something special as well. They're all young. But these guys, we got to get a good linebacker coach in and just get these guys ready. But I think we need a Mike. I think we need an experienced Mike. The worry, though, is he's not going to be very familiar with the defense. So you got to get him in quick. You got to have him in for spring, for winter also, just from player run PRPs, get him up to speed with the defense. But I think we have some really good Elijah Newby. I almost left him out, and Eric's coming back hopefully. So I mean, if EG's there, it's going to be the linebackers should be okay. I think they need one Mike. They need an experienced Mike.
Yeah, I left my number in the chat, man. So hit me up, man. Whenever I would love to continue to participate among the shows, man. Because
we got you. And thanks, Tim, for coming through. For sure.
Appreciate you, Tim, man. I love your take, bro.
Yeah, no, you guys are great. This was fun.
I watch your content, man.
I drive my family crazy because they don't want to talk football, and all I want to do is talk football. So this is like therapy for me, guys.
Before you go, Tim, my brothers, I got 2 brothers, man, and they're diehard Notre Dame fans. So imagine what I go through.
Man,
I wouldn't say John Bob.
Diehard, bro.
But I mean, imagine we were losing for like a little over a decade to Notre Dame.
Yes,
I was going to St. John. I was going the coaches, the football coaches, even the priests would hate on me because I wear my SC gear. Oh, that was a rough time to be a Trojan fan. Believe me, going to a Catholic school, all Irish. It was horrible. It was horrible.
And they talking trash, and we were talking last night watching the Notre Dame game. I said, dude, listen, I don't want to hear nothing, man. I said, we'll be back. Believe me. I said, listen, you finna run into Georgia, and Georgia finna smack you.
Hey, does SC have any candidates for the linebacking coach position?
Chris Claiborne.
Yeah, everybody wants him.
Yeah, I've been hearing about him. Everybody's been talking about that.
Chris needs to be the linebacker coach.
Oh, and hey, Suka, earlier I forgot. You said we haven't had linebackers. You left out Sewell Cravens.
That
dude was a linebacker.
Monster. Sewell was a monster, man.
Yeah. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Thank you guys for your time. And thank you, Carter.
Take my number, bro. Take my number.
I got you. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, man.
So what y'all think? What y'all want to see us grab next in the portal? What position y'all see? Because we doing
O-line.
Linebacker,
O-line, and linebacker.
O-line and linebacker.
What though? A center, guard, tackle? Like
we need a center and a tackle. We need everything, to be honest with you.
We need everything on the right side, from the center going to the right.
Yeah. You're right about that.
Left side sold up, but from the center going to the right.
You're right, Guzman. We can't have them every 3 years.
One experienced linebacker.
Come on, man.
Experience. No receivers, please.
Now we're gonna need one receiver though. We do need one.
No, we got beasts on the.
Well, here's the thing about the receiver. There's a receiver out there available who's probably not going to be high, that knows us and knows this system, and we can bring back and was productive. And that's Mike Jackson.
Yeah, okay, that's not bad. If he wants to come back, yeah, we're already
at a bargain price too.
That's what I'm saying.
He a basement deal.
His stock ain't high. He wouldn't have sat on the bench for Georgia for a whole year. His stock ain't high.
It ain't gonna be.
Yeah, he in the portal.
The dude from Georgia Tech.
Oh no, yeah, he in the portal, but I don't know if he got picked up yet. But he got a high price.
He want a bag.
Yeah, he got a high price. Yeah. We don't need that.
Nah,
half the dudes in the portal. This like they second and third time going into it. These dudes is hopping around for sure.
They need to be money. NCAA need to put some. There needs to be some rules on that, man, because just redshirting through the season or just what they talking about with Texas, right? The QB, this team's trying to offer him $4 million or something like that.
Quinn Ewers,
the black dude, the black kid.
No, the QB
for Texas. Quarterback for Texas.
Man, stay your butt where you at, bro.
Yeah, man. Just a lot of these kids they just jumping, man. And and it's crazy, man. They need to be something.
Should have been starting.
Yeah, that is true.
I heard it's either Oregon or Michigan for Quinn Ewers, and then Miami a dark horse.
So he's jumping in the portal?
He might.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. He's projected from that because he's not like a top 5 quarterback. So he'll be looking at 3rd, 4th round. And so if you can get $4 million to come back to college for another year and increase your stock, why wouldn't you?
It's not just that though. They pushing him out the door. Sarkisian want to start Arch next year.
Arch is a.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. Texas is doing that, and I hope they do it because I don't like Texas. But Arch is not the answer. But I'm telling you, they'll see. They'll see. They'll be begging like, why did we move on?
You think Arch is a failure?
No, I ain't saying a failure, but he's not better than Ewers. He's not as good as what they're thinking. But the reason they're trying to move on for Ewers is because they believe it's the same thing with us. They're saying Ewers is he's not mobile enough. He's a sitting duck. He can't make up for an offensive line mistake. Arch is a little more mobile, and Arch showed flashes. But if you look at the games that Arch Manning played this year when Ewers got hurt, they were against Bowling Green, UTSA, and 2 more schools like that. He didn't play no one of value.
No, because when he got in with Georgia,
he struggled in some of them, and he struggled in some of them games.
When Georgia,
coming out throwing 2 interceptions on the first drive.
Yep, that's right.
Georgia got to him. Fumble.
Hey, somebody playing right now?
Texas still Penn State and SMU.
Texas and Clemson is the next game.
Clemson
But
gonna push
Penn
Clemson
State and
Clemson coming to
Penn
play.
State and SMU is playing now, but it's been over. It's been over since the first half.
The way things are ranked right now, I just don't feel it. Alabama, I would have rather had Alabama. If they would have showed up.
Them and Colorado, if they was in the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
Hey, all this gonna do next year in the playoff is make the SEC pump up more teams. They gonna be saying our team should have been in there. So this gonna make it harder for teams that's not in the SEC in the Big Ten to make the playoffs.
I mean, well, there is an argument that,
So Carter,
LSU.
I don't know if you know, but the Big Ten and SEC together are trying to create a deal with the NCAA, right? And they're probably trying to throw their weight around like we gonna break away and make our own. You know what I'm saying?
Make our own league.
Yeah, that'd be
what
good.
I'm saying is that
You breaking up, Aki.
You in the Matrix. Like bro driving or something.
Yeah,
he said they was trying to make a deal where it's just the Big Ten and
I'm sorry, could you hear me?
Yeah,
you on now.
Where they automatically get 4 teams in. Each year, no matter record or nothing, where they automatically on top.
No, that's far. That's stupid. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't make that deal.
Hell no.
Heck no, I wouldn't make that deal. No, not at all.
Because you got teams that can beat. I mean, look at Boise State, bro. Everybody has known for years Boise State can roll with any of the big dogs and smack you.
Yeah, they almost beat Oregon.
Exactly. So
and Oregon is suspect to me.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna be on the record. Oregon suspect because if they run into anybody like what I'm saying, like Arizona State. I like the way they playing. I actually like the way they playing. But
yeah, that's a Scatterball of the beam. He a monster.
Yeah, he a straight monster. But you better watch out for Georgia. Don't disqualify Georgia.
Wait. Isn't Beck injured though?
Well, Georgia, Beck is not playing for Georgia.
Yeah, he's not playing in the playoffs.
Yeah, I heard his injury.
Yeah, he hurt.
I still like bad. I like the young dude behind him.
So here's the thing about the Georgia. Right now, as in his development, he's more of a threat of a runner than a passer. So if I'm Notre Dame, I'm loading up the box and make him beat me with his arm, which I don't think he's ready to do yet.
And I think they know that, so it's going to be a defensive struggle.
And Georgia has had problems. And Georgia has had problems all year running the football anyway. And
I think
Georgia win on defense. Their defense is so stout is how they win.
That's true.
Their defensive line is different over there. Like they got their defensive line. They're so stacked on defensive line. It's ridiculous.
You know what? you know what team? If they beat Ohio State, I think that's Tennessee. If they beat Ohio State, they're gonna give Oregon a run for their money.
I got Tennessee whooping Ohio State.
Yeah, me too. Because that QB ain't no joke. That quarterback
is not a slouch. That defense ain't no joke.
Exactly, that too.
Now, what I'm about to say, Tennessee's strength is their defense and run game. It's not the quarterback. They've been winning all year on. They've been winning all year on running the ball and defense.
They're gonna get pressure on Will Howard. They're gonna get pressure on him. They're gonna make him. He can't beat you with his feet like that. You know what I'm saying?
He's crap.
They gonna put pressure on this dude.
Hey, what channel is the Clemson Texas game?
Is it ESPN or ABC or
TNT? It might be TNT because the first game was on TNT.
Yeah, you say this shit on TNT. Oh, Clemson up. I thought Texas was gonna get with them.
Nah, man.
Clemson still got them Bulls down there. People be tripping off of Dabo Swinney because he don't go into the transfer portal. But everybody know he know how to produce a defense. If he can get that QB situation right, he's scary. He back on
it. The QB playing right now. He balling.
Covering it, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he balling. Halfway decent balling.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he been balling for the last few games. He been doing his thing.
Hold on, Clemson's up on Texas right now?
7-0.
Damn.
I'm turning to that shit right now.
But if our defense, if our offense, man, we need to get these young dudes a start, man. I pray they let these young dudes play. I like that big back we got that's been sitting on the bench from Texas.
Brian Jackson. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that boy. He got big. He's big and he got wheels. And I'm like, dude, dude? Quit crying over Quentin. Running backs come a dime a dozen nowadays. Come on.
You sound like B. James.
Come a dime a dozen, man. Put this dude in, man. Let's work these young dudes and give them chances, man. You know, what's the boy? The boy from Texas that transferred over us, he got hurt in the early, didn't he? The line, Lucas, I think it was.
We got a Marion Peterson, or is it Peterson or Marion? And then we also got
Marion.
Yeah, we got Jackson. That's gonna be our tailbacks for the bowl game.
I think, yeah, man. You know, if Riley would have played it like how Pete Carroll did with Reggie and Lindell.
Yes, sir.
Bro. And I just don't understand it. You got that legendary coach right there, you know, at arms.
What did I say earlier, Carter?
Reaching out to him.
What did I say earlier, Carter?
What you said?
I said he got Pete Carroll right there on campus.
You're right.
And he reach out to him. It don't seem like it, bro. Because
what I would do is, you know, he making $10 million. I'm chipping up Pete a little bit to take me to the hood to get all the kids.
Man, come on, man. Listen, I'm a
like here. Hey, Pete, here go $500,000 a year out of my $10 million. Here go $1 million. Take me and show me how you do there. Give me the blueprint.
My cousin,
hey, these Clemson. Is y'all watching the game? The Clemson, Texas?
No, they went looking on.
Put the game on. Look, I didn't change the title to the live stream. Look what I changed.
Listen, so much. I'm gonna tell you something. So much that Pete was in the hood. My cousin them from off 120th to Vermont over there at Helen Keller Park. Pete had a straight alliance over there with them. My cousin Spoon and them over there off 120th and Vermont at Helen Keller Park. Pete was up there donating cash, donating bread to the gang intervention programs. He knew what to do. Pete was always in the hood. This is what this dude. You quit. Take your scary butt up out of here. Go to Carson. Go to Banning. Go to Chris Shaw. Go to Locke. Go to Manuel. Go get up in the hood, man. So you can identify what the talent really is.
Bro, when Pete was the coach at SC, he was the mayor of LA, bro.
Yes, he was.
Everybody respected Pete over the mayor. Like Pete was the mayor. He ran LA. Like whatever he wanted to do, and he kept all his players safe. Everybody knew to stay away from his players. You didn't hear about a lot of kids getting in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they put Arch Manning in.
And you right there between 4 or 5 different hoods, and everybody knew the SC players.
Right. Yeah, like leave my boys alone. I don't care what color they wearing or where they come in from. Leave my boys alone.
Man, you make me athletic director. I'm like, Pete, I need you to come out of retirement. I'm throwing you $200 million. That's fine. And we're going to get it back cracking.
All right.
Man, we're going to make him vice president because, you know, Carol Fultz stepping down after this year. So we need a vice president.
Yeah, get my man. Let him be vice president. Let's get it rolling.
Man, we need somebody with some heart in there, man, because we had to go through that freaking Pat Hayden era AD. That was garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Lynn Swan was garbage.
Lynn Swan was straight trash. His old Republican conservative butt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. The dude, what was the dude before everybody that was rocking with Pete? That let Pete do whatever he wanted to do. I forgot the guy's name. He was
Mike Garrett.
Mike Garrett. Star running back.
He didn't care. He was like, oh, do whatever you got to do, Pete. You run the whole program, no matter what. Yeah, he was smart enough though. He was loading up on coaches. He was pulling coaches from everywhere.
Yes, he was.
Hey,
and I hate we fired Coach O.
Hey, Tim Brantley said he don't see Lincoln going to the Nickerson Gardens at night.
Yeah, he going to the east side. He ain't going to the project. He ain't gonna be like, let me like, what's up, blood?
He'll be like,
he gonna check him out of there real quick. Hey, Pete was so real though, bro. He can go over there with no security and they ain't gonna say nothing to him.
They gonna love
Pete. Who's this white boy? He's like, oh, that's Pete Carroll.
Pete gonna be over there sipping on
hell
something.
Yeah. Shoot, even your grandmamas know Pete Carroll. Everybody love Pete
Carroll. Right. Pete, they're gonna be like, oh, well, my grandson, he only 3 years old, but he gonna be at SC.
That's why Sark was taking that drink. He was in the hood. He was like, man, let me hit that.
Yeah, right. You know, they come in, got a bottle of Hennessy, talking like, man, can you pour me one too? Like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's all good. Don't even worry about it.
I think Sark would have been good for us, man, but he didn't know how to stay off that bottle.
Well, he was going through a divorce though too.
Yeah,
You
know that the women will hit you, boy.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The divorce is just like a death.
Right.
I lost my wife in 2020.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
We were married for 20 years. So when you have an attachment to a woman that you've been with for so long and you don't know how to handle certain things, it can mess you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't fault Sark. I believe they should have gave him a time.
Yeah, they should have. They should have been loyal to him, man.
Yeah, they should have been loyal to you. You don't kick a man when he's down.
He should have got the same rope that Helton got.
That trash dude.
Oh my God.
That trash dude must have had some dirt on somebody, man.
Right.
He got too much rope. He should have been going after the second year. Get your butt up out of here, man. He's nowhere near USC quality.
Well, Sam Darnold I know what happened with Helton. Sam Darnold kind of saved him.
Saved his career, yeah.
Made him look better than he was.
When they won that Rose Bowl, they thought that they were going the trajectory was moving up. But it really wasn't. Like it just got worse and worse and worse.
But I like him because he was recruiting good too.
Yeah, that is.
He recruited California.
Yes, he did. That's what I like.
Sure did.
He didn't let nothing out of Cal.
As trash as he was as a coach sometimes, bro, he was still getting top 10 recruiting classes.
Yes, he was. He had Sarah on lock. He had everything on Long Beach Poly on lock. He had everything on like Modern Day. He had it on lock. You know, but I had my brother coach was Sam Baker out of Tustin. And Sam was like, man, at the time, Sam didn't recommend us. Sam didn't recommend no kids to us at the time because of because of the way the coaching, we weren't developing like we should have. You know what I'm saying? And that's somebody you should have brought in for the old line, to be honest with you. Right there, we got too much talent that are coaching other places that you don't want to look to.
Let me ask you this.
Hold on, I really want to know who y'all gonna win this game though. This Clemson, Texas. Texas came back. They had a 12-play drive, went straight down the field.
I think Texas still gonna win it. It's gonna be a good one though.
I got Clemson.
It's gonna be a good one. Hey, what you think about? You heard Carson Palmer became a head coach at what school is that? Santa Margarita. Yeah, he became head coach over there.
Wow, just like
we should automatically be able to make that a pipeline. I already know where you're going.
Yeah, exactly.
But maybe one day, if he move up in the ranks, he do real good up there, man, and come on over to USC and run it.
Man, I'm just being. This is my take, bro. If dude bombed the next year, Riley, I'm saying get this man the tarmac experience. You did Lane Kiffin, who was a solid coach, who was under sanctions. You know what I'm saying? And didn't give him really a chance. He was under sanctions. I know he rubbed some people the wrong way with his attitude, but that was Lane Kiffin.
Yep.
But that was Lane Kiffin. But you gonna fire this man on the tarmac like that?
Hold on. I got a question for you then, Ben Mac. How many games Riley got to win for us to bring him back next year? Like, what's a successful season next year?
10, 11.
10,
11?
Yeah, 11, bro. He got
10, at least 10.
At least 10, bro. At least 10, bro. I'm not paying you $10 million for 5 and 6.
Exactly.
That's what's up.
I'm not giving you that. I'm not giving you to have these garbage recruiting classes, man. You got access. You have access to USC. You're not selling yourself, or you're not selling the program right, and then you're not shipping it. You're not putting the program in the right direction.
Exactly.
We can talk all this, man. It's you have when you talk success, man. I told him, like I told Tim when we was on the show with Tim. I said, listen, bro, you have a blueprint, and you guys are not following it. Pete showed y'all he laid a blueprint on what to do. He showed y'all how to take over. Pete had California on lock, and then he could go cherry pick from every other state, taking the best people. Look how he took Brian Cushing. Look how he took Dwayne Jarrett. You know what I'm saying? Look how he went and got Lindell Washington. You know what I'm saying? Look how he took dudes from all over. He got Keith Rivers from Florida. He was taking. Only reason we didn't get Percy Harvin is because they anteed up on the money.
I thought they didn't know about it.
Look, let me tell y'all what y'all saying. But look, listen what y'all saying though. Y'all talking about 11. If USC win 11-1 next year, we'll be ranked the number 1 team. And if we go through the Big Ten 11-1, so y'all saying
Riley got to take USC from when we was at this season to the #1 team in the country.
Yep, he got you, bro. He got you, bro. He did it his first year.
Let me play advocate a little bit. Let me play advocate.
I'm gonna play out a little more though. We got to see what the. I wouldn't expect that with this roster. We got to keep filling out. If we just came back what we got now, we is not winning 11 games, bro. I don't care who we got at.
But Carter, look at every game that we played in this year. Every game we lost, we only lost by either 3, 1 point, or 7 points. We was in every game, and then at least 3 of the quarters we were the better team, and we just did dumb stuff.
Pull up the schedule for next year, Pull up the schedule for next year. Let's go through it.
We got Oregon. We playing Oregon, Michigan at home. Oregon, we in Eugene. We got Northwestern. We got Notre Dame again. UCLA, of course. I think. We play Iowa this coming season. We know Iowa. They might not.
Hold on, chill. We about to go through it game by game.
All right.
The first game, cupcake,
blowout.
Missouri State.
Blowout.
We got another easy game, Georgia Southern. Then we got at Purdue.
Blowout.
Our third game.
Right? I ain't gonna say it's gonna blowout, but you never know.
Purdue only won what? 1-2 games this year, though, right?
Purdue ain't getting nobody. I wouldn't even send my dog there.
Purdue only won 1 game this year. That's a blowout too.
Hey, look, they got our offensive line coach. That's what old boy went.
Yeah, so we know his quarterback is not gonna stay upright.
Okay.
Then after that, we play Michigan State at home.
That's gonna be a game.
Yep.
And then to me, this will get tough.
Iowa.
We play at Illinois.
My bad, Illinois. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be a battle, man.
All right. Then we go after that game, we got to play a Michigan team. You know, that's gonna be a physical game. We got that in the Cali though.
Yeah, I'm ready to get Notre Dame.
After Michigan, they hit us with at Notre Dame. See, they trying to hit us with our tough games in the middle of the schedule.
Yeah, they did us wrong. They did us wrong.
Yeah, look. After we go at Notre Dame, we got to go at Nebraska.
That's gonna be real.
That's cold.
That's a 4-game stretch where we can split if we don't if we ain't on top of our game, bro. If we don't blow those 2 first games out in the season where we whooping somebody by 60 to 70. It's gonna be tough for us, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's gonna be hard.
We need a QB then.
There you go.
We need a QB, and I like that. All right, listen, we need a QB, bro. Plain and simple.
Then after Nebraska, after that tough 4-game stretch,
we're gonna beat them by 70.
We're gonna play Northwestern. Then we got Iowa and Oregon back to back.
That's tough.
Yeah,
and we got to go at Oregon. The Big Ten did us with the scheduling because if they looked at the Pac-12 scheduling, the last time we played Oregon, it was at Oregon. We really be supposed to be playing Oregon at home.
At home, yeah, we supposed to have them at home.
But we going back to Oregon because Big Ten, I guess they wasn't paying attention.
The thing about Oregon, man, if we have the D-line shored up, if that D-line is stacked with a rotation, bro, Oregon gonna get mollywopped. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest because they always sensitive up front. You got to get that pressure right in that them A gaps, man. You got to get that pressure on them because who they gonna have back there? Dylan Gabriel going to the league, ain't he?
Yeah, I think so.
He going to the league. So who's back there after him? That's the key.
Dylan Gabriel's done after this year. He's a senior.
They got
but he's going to the league.
They got Dante.
He's going to the league.
Oregon got Dante Moore. And that's why I think they trying to get you.
They need you. They need a proven person. Then I'm not worried about the little baby bears on the.
Then we got UCLA. You know that's a toss-up game, bro.
That's the Cubs, man. We're gonna mop them, but you know what? I can't take that bet. I like my boy Deshaun Foster. I like Deshaun Foster.
Man,
I like him.
Hey, Tim couldn't stay away. He had to hop back on. What's up, Tim?
you know why? It's because it goes right back to what we were talking about for Jaden to get those reps.
Yeah,
this is like 2023. I like this because it should be manageable. Obviously, the 2 cupcakes to start with, but then you also have scroll back up. This is the beginning, but there's 2 buys in there, you guys. You get the buy right before we go to Michigan, which is the buy before Michigan comes. And that Illinois game might be tough, but by then we have the three games ramp up. I mean, that's some good time for Maeva to get on page with this offense. It's also our young offensive line's got a lot of time to gel. That offensive line will have time to gel. But the Illinois game might be tough in Champaign, in Champlain, but I don't know. But the rest of it's easy. But that Michigan, and it's good because those are meat grinders. Those two. That's gonna be 2 physical games. But we have a bye. We have a bye to get healthy for Michigan. And then we got a bye after Notre Dame to get healthy for the home stretch. So actually, the schedule does set up pretty good.
I wish they would have gave us Illinois, and maybe Michigan State the first 2 games of the season instead of them little boo boo games.
I like the boo boo games.
I'm not saying I don't like them, but I'm saying, yo, let's come out the gate playing against the teams in our conference, man. Break them boo-boo games up down the road or something. Make it easy down the road.
This is what the other teams are doing. So, hey,
man,
that's the MO of the SEC.
Right.
That's true. That is true.
When they get into the meat grinder, they schedule. That's their MO. Every team in the SEC,
they only play 8. They just scratch out one conference game, play 8 conference games, and they stick a directional school like their 9th or 10th game of the season to give them that last bye. Yeah, it's a joke.
That's when they put everybody in on that last game.
You know what? I'm not gonna sit there and like the first 3 games. No, the first 2 games is a breeze. But once you get into conference play, because bro, I heard so many SC fans. We was all like, man, we got these games. This shit. It was like, bro, look what happened. Like when I saw that game, Minnesota versus Michigan, I was like, oh man, we got a problem on our hands. Once we go to Minnesota, and what happened? We lost that game. And what was it? The game against Maryland or Rutgers when we was in that, it was like that. Man, we lost it. Hey, I ain't gonna put nothing past Purdue, but if we lose to Northwestern, blow it all up, bro. Hey, yo, Carter, man, everybody on the call, man, we all about to go down there to Lincoln House. Like, yo, you got to get the heck out of Cali, bro. You got to
your lease is officially
if we lose to Northwestern, then we already know before that what type of team we had. Northwestern is like our 7th or 8th game, 9th game or something like that, right? So if we lose to Northwestern, we already gonna have an idea when we play Illinois and Michigan. We gonna know our team by the time we get to Northwestern.
Man,
right?
That's gonna be crazy,
bro. I don't care about everything else, but we lose to Northwestern.
Hold on, y'all said 11-1. What if Northwestern the only loss?
I'm gonna be hot.
USC, we known for doing that.
It'll just be like Notre Dame this year.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
We'll be in the playoffs.
My brothers, they was sick. They was sick.
But I'd rather lose to Northern Illinois than lose to Northwestern. I don't care what
Hey, look, you know what worried me about this schedule though? Is I want to see what we gonna come out in the AP preseason poll. Because we ain't gonna be able to climb up the poll with this competition early, right? Our first 4 games, they gonna be able to say, "Oh, USC, y'all didn't play nobody." So, what y'all think we gonna be ranked in the polls?
Yeah, 25. Because really, it's not gonna matter. We need to go 10-2,
right?
And so basically, once you get through Michigan and Oregon and Notre Dame and those games, we have to win one of those 3. And if we win one of those 3, we'll be the top 10 team. If we win the rest of them.
I think when we play Illinois gonna be the game that's gonna test us to see how physical we are as a team, because we know Illinois is really a physical defensive team up there. Them boys they don't play, man.
Yeah.
Them and Iowa. That's a physical test.
BLM is gonna have a good defense. Exactly. Iowa and Illinois are very similar, aren't they? In the way that they have no offense, like literally no offense. Although their quarterback, Illinois' quarterback this year, their offense was good this year, and I think he's back.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Hey, my question for y'all: who y'all think by the time we play Michigan? Who y'all think Michigan starting quarterback gonna be? Y'all think it's gonna be the 10 million kid Bryce Underwood, a transfer portal quarterback, or somebody they got on their roster?
Transfer quarterback.
I don't know. They could probably keep that 10 million dude.
Yeah, they about to play him.
I think they'll play him. They might mail it in next year because you know what? They'll get him ready for the end of the season of 10 games under his belt, 11 games under his belt when they play Ohio State.
Yeah.
Did he really get 10 mil?
He got 12, really. He got 12, actually.
Lord Jesus, man, give me 12 mil to go sit on the bench.
Sign me up, man. That's money.
Hey, remember when the Lakers had Luke Walton? He was sitting on the bench for like 3 seasons, collecting like 7-8 mil. God, man.
Right. He was a good
up.
facilitator though when he got on the
Pass that ball.
Don't you see? Look, y'all talking about Sarkisian. See, Sarkisian know to run the ball. He got these Texas running backs running. Hey, Tim, what you feel about Sarkisian? We all feel like we should have kept Sarkisian a little bit longer.
Yeah, everyone makes fun of me. I said we should have kept Kiffin.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Kiffin was the one getting the classes during the sanctions. Didn't they only grab 12 kids one year? Was like top 5 in the nation in recruiting?
Yes, sir. They killed us for 10. They killed us for 10 or 15 scholarships
that year. That was like when the scholarships actually hit.
3 years in a row.
Yeah.
The thing is I think he did have to get humbled because I was at the Centennial game, the Centennial Modern Day game, and there was a person close to the situation. Finally, like I heard rumors, about the snowman outfit and the glasses. He got decked by Kennedy Pola. Well, I someone actually truly was like not there, but could confirm that there was very dysfunctional. I mean, they almost had to fire him. It wasn't the on the field; it was off the field with boosters and other stuff that was going on that was crazy.
Yeah.
But what he did during sanctions is like my hat goes off to him. That was just insane. That was.
Oh, if we didn't have sanctions, Tim, he would have grabbed Jalen Ramsey that year.
Oh, they knew what they were doing. They took us. They couldn't. I say it on my show all the time. They couldn't take the SEC and the Big Ten couldn't take us down the field. So they called Daddy. He said, "Daddy, take care of these guys for us because we can't beat them."
I've been saying that for years, bro.
Hamstring them really hard. Give them these ridiculous sanctions for something that had nothing to do with anything at USC. It wasn't.
No, exactly.
It was absurd.
That's the crazy.
What my take is on that? I feel like it was a money thing, right?
Of course.
The college football, the business analytics, they looked at college football and told the NCAA that college football will be more valuable if the SEC teams are dominant because of their rabid fan base. They spend millions on memorabilia.
And the Midwest.
More money down in the SEC. And then once
and the Big Ten, Carter.
Yeah. And then once ESPN got the contract with the SEC, it's like, okay, we got to put the SEC on top. They said, well, how do we do that? Well, you got to take down USC and Pete Carroll out there. So soon as we had any little infraction, that's why they basically gave us the death penalty for Reggie Bush. Even though we didn't give him no money, he got money from an NFL agent. They punished us because they was waiting for any little infraction to knock us out the way. So the SEC
waiting for us, bro.
The best line, they really could. Look, we all know the money's always been, but every team from East Coast to West Coast, guys are getting money. It's been what it is. Nothing ridiculous. It's just it's the same playing field. It's always been that way.
Mark Tyler said it on TMZ.
But
for me to go to Alabama, and I'm a 5-star prospect, and sit on the bench for 2 or 3 years behind a stacked thing, you're paying me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to sit there just because it's coaching. I can go somewhere else and make and get paid too. You were paying people. They were paying. I'm going to Tuscaloosa, man. Come on, man.
Look, there was no proof that USC knew, so they had they literally had to invent something into the infractions committee. They said USC knew or should have known.
Right.
That's crazy.
See, that should have known. That's how they got USC. They said, "Oh, we didn't have enough compliance, so we're going to stick it to you." And I get it. USC should. By the way, our compliance office was a joke, and there should have been penalties, but not 30 scholarships.
Right.
Not what they did to USC. Keep 30 kids from going to USC. It's ridiculous.
Might as well do what they did to SMU.
If you remember, they also, but they didn't hit them with the sanctions. Remember, they were saying OJ Mayo was getting paid too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
OJ Mayo was riding a bike to school.
Right.
He didn't even have a car.
They were saying OJ Mayo was getting paid, and then they went to Reggie Bush, but they just wanted to come after the football program.
They was hating because we was whooping them
They didn't
the NCAA cleared OJ Mayo. They cleared OJ Mayo before he came to USC. If you guys, I don't know if you guys remember that. There was like allegations about him when he was playing what's
at their high school.
Yeah. So I mean, there were questions about him being eligible to come to USC.
Yep, I remember that.
Yep. And then they went back and nailed us for it. Yeah.
Look, I'm telling y'all, it was a business decision to knock SC down.
Yeah.
Once ESPN they don't say they're the worldwide leader in sports for nothing. Once they invested in the SEC, the number one sports channel, this was gonna happen.
So what you're saying is they make or break teams. They pick who they want at the top.
Exactly.
Yeah, look how they did us with all the reffing this year.
Just think about the years when we missed the BCS, when we only lost one game. Like we got
that year when we lost to Oregon State. We would have won the championship that year. We'd have played Florida. We would have blew them out.
2003. Yeah.
2008
was really bad. So was 2003. Oklahoma did not deserve to be there in 2003.
Oh no, they didn't.
Or in 2008, they got smashed both times.
And think about it, this SEC thing didn't get created to after our dynasty failed. Like around 2008, 2009, even then, we wasn't talking about the SEC as we talk about it now. You track the rise of the SEC where the media is pumping the SEC as a number one conference. It's the same time we got sanctioned and we started to fall. It's the same timeline. Like it's right there. USC falls. Now it's all about the SEC. That's not a coincidence. We used to run through the SEC.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Arkansas. We used to pick SEC team for cupcake games at the beginning of the season. We smashed Auburn the first game. We smashed on Arkansas 2 back-to-back years.
Yeah, we went into Auburn. We went into Auburn and whooped them.
Game.
Did anybody go to that USC LSU game this season? Because I went to that game out there in Vegas.
Yeah, I was taking pictures. Yeah,
amazing, man. Them fans down there for LSU was crying. They was ready to fight, man. They was all with it, but they wasn't really with it like they thought they would.
They were in shock.
Yeah, they was big time in shock. They couldn't believe we came out there and smacked them boys around.
I walked from end zone to end zone in the sidelines because I was wearing my SC cap. I'm not supposed to, but I do all the time. And they were giving me a bunch of crap. I was walking by. And I just kept saying nothing. And at the end of the game, I'm walking back by them. I didn't say anything, but the looks on their faces.
Oh yeah, man.
They were just lost. They could not, because they more than SC fans, they harbored that 2003 stuff. Even though they got a partial share, they harbor it so hard. Like we talk, we joke about it, but we don't care because we had 2004. And so we kind of forgot about that. But they were beyond. They've been waiting decades for this, and then they got their asses kicked. I love it.
They sick. They hold. Well, they SEC do not like us.
Oh man,
they do not like us, bro. I
think it's now even the Big Ten.
Man, you know
we're in a conference that the conference don't really like us. Like we're in a conference. We was in the Pac-12, but they didn't like us.
Look, almost every game that that USC played this year on the road, all them games were sold out. Them people couldn't wait for us to come out there so that they could try and get a taste of whooping.
I got a question to the floor. Tim, I want you to hit on this too. What do you think it would look like if we had went independent?
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, that's a.
I'm serious. Just think about it. What would it look like if USC would have did a Notre Dame on them?
Well, look at our fan base. Are we winning 11 games or are we winning 6? Because if we're winning 6, we're going to the poorhouse. No one's going to care about us, right?
That's true.
I love our diehard. So I tell my dad this all the time. We have about 40,000. I've been going to college. I've been going to home games like forever. I think since I went to USC, I haven't missed a home game. No, that's not true. I was in England. Sorry, but if I've been in the country, I have not missed a single game. And I'll tell you, there's about 40,000 fans that show up when Hackett and Helton were here, no matter what, right? And then you have about maybe I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 opposing team and just some random people. But there's only about 40,000 over the years. It's really, we don't have like 80,000 diehard fans that go to SC games.
Because this is LA.
Ever.
This is LA.
Is that
the only time where it was completely always sold out is when Pete was there.
And there was no Rams, no Chargers.
Yeah, you're right.
Was struggling. It was before it was in between Laker championships. I mean, we were the only thing in town.
Right.
And the thing about it, this is LA. See, this is what people don't understand.
Well, not really. Like when USC first kicked off, Kobe and Shaq was still doing their thing. So when we won in 03, Kobe and Shaq was still in LA. So even with the Lakers having Kobe and Shaq, USC was still that team.
What was the last championship though? Was it in 2002?
Yeah, 2002 was the last championship.
Yes.
Right, and then 2000.
But they still went to the finals against the Pistons, and then the next.
And look, and they still had that expectation though. We still was the championship team.
You're right, but you can split
to be in the row. So no, all I'm saying is like even if it is another team in LA doing good, it's still room for USC. That's still a heart that can get sparked in our fans.
That's a good point.
Yeah, like.
But
so
we got to win, and we got to have the right coach who's for the program and wants to build a culture with all these West Coast players. This guy, Lincoln Riley, wants all his guys from the South.
You can't do that, bro. You can't do that. You missing out.
I don't think he. I mean, again, you guys probably think I'm crazy, but I don't think he wants them.
Wait a minute. What you mean? Why you don't?
I think he's used to that because he was at Oklahoma.
No,
he was used to that because he was at Oklahoma.
He's not recruiting Southern California.
That's where he has his roots. And his guys, look at Belk. Belk's fine. So here's the thing. Everyone thinks, oh, wow, Belk, they decided to start, recruiting. No, Belk just got out here this year. So it takes time to start building relationships out here. Belk knew a bunch of guys in Georgia. Why I think we got a lot. He had pre-existing relationships with high schools in Georgia. So why we've been so hot in Georgia? Because Belk had roots there, right? Louisiana, why? Because you have Henny has some roots in there.
Henny's from back south.
And these guys had roots in Texas. Slowly, they are getting into California. We're building relationships with the California recruits, building relationships with the coaches. That's how it works. Flip a light switch.
Let me say this about the recruiting in California. It was a difference when Pete was here, right? Pete had the relationship. He built relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like Helton even had relationships.
Yeah.
Helton had been integrated into the program for a while, though.
Yeah, but he had relationships though.
Because he had been integrated in the program for a while.
Yeah, he'd been with Sarkisian. Yeah.
True that. But see, what I'm seeing now is that should have been the first thing you did, dude.
Yeah.
That should have been the first thing on your agenda.
But also remember this. Here's another big thing. You have to remember also that now recruiting is more national than ever for a lot of NIL, big time. Like it doesn't matter where you live. You got a bunch of money, you can fly mom in, right? Mom can stay with you.
That might be true, but look at Bama and them. They still get a bulk of their players. From Georgia to Alabama.
Were they doing that during Pete Carroll? Would they do that for Pete Carroll's years?
Heck no.
Were they doing that during Hackett's years?
No.
So because it's a different time and age, guys. I hate to say it. It just is. It's more national recruiting now.
I get that, but
how is Oregon got more players than we do from California?
Because they've been winning for a decade.
That's true, but I'm just
saying. We've been losing. Listen, what Helton did to us was more than W's and L's. He wrecked a decade of kids throwing up O's and stuff at high school because we were putting up L's. I'm telling you that did so much damage. We're still feeling.
Oh no, I believe that 1,000%.
Those guys grew up with green.
I think it's the effort. I think we ain't seen Lincoln Riley at enough high school games. We ain't seen him at Bosco enough, Modern Day, or any of these schools, right? So I get what you're saying. They Lincoln Riley come from Oklahoma. Most of his pipelines is Texas, right? So he transitioned in his pipelines from Texas to California. I understand that. But what we complain about is why you don't be at the games, why you ain't trying harder. We hear that you only come to Bosco.
Yeah, no, I was at the Bosco Modern Day game, across the street at the Coliseum, across the street from the campus, and he didn't even show up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. And I know the insider on this was Hayden Lowe. He never showed up to one of his games until Hayden Lowe said he was going to go to Miami.
See,
and I know for a fact, Cristobal and Lincoln Riley was at that game, both of them. But Hayden Lowe had already been locked in with Miami, and it's like this dude's
Miami should be here, man.
Huh?
Ain't no way Miami should have nothing to do with California. This is what I'm pissed off with him about.
Well, that's what Urban Meyer said. Remember that. He said when he was at Florida, there's no way in heck we would have touched anything on the West Coast because Pete didn't allow it.
And the thing about it is, this dude don't freaking understand. I'm tired of giving this dude passes when you got the mastermind who laid the blueprint that you can take and modify, and you got him right in the building. You're making $10 million and you're still making piss poor recruiting decisions. You should have been at every freaking high school around the Southern California, all the way up to the Bay Area, all the way up to Sacramento. You should have flooded the area with your people, let people see your face, man, listen, man, come on out. Y'all come on out. We got a camp. We got this, we got that. You should have been the face of public relations when you got here. You should have been building that. You can't go off your rep. We don't know you like that. We know what you did in Oklahoma, but this ain't that country hick town. This is the city.
Hey, Tim.
I think they're making that transition though. I'm hearing good reports on that. I heard this next class is going to be California based. They hearing what we saying. Coach
wait. Or is it Crazy Tim's idea that it's on the defensive side of the ball, by the way, and Belk, etc. Are they making inroads at the high schools? And by the way, you guys, the head coaches, they're limited to how many times they can go to a campus. Yeah, that's a rule to that. Also, the Miami comment, I think Hayden knows the real deal. Yeah, I'll give you 2 reasons why he's going to Miami. John Ruiz, he's their booster. He's a mega booster. Yeah, and they got top dollar. And since we lost him, who knows if we go top dollar with him, we go head to head trying to get him. Do we have the money for Jakeem Stewart?
That's true.
So I mean, it's fluid. All this stuff's fluid, man, and it's just
it's like Michigan is about to blow the game out the water because they had that woman, the lady who went to Michigan and she married a billionaire.
Yeah, he's a quarter of a trillionaire. Actually, he's like 200.
Yeah, exactly. So he's the one dropping the money into Michigan. He didn't go to Michigan. She went to Michigan.
Yeah, he's the fourth richest man in the world.
Yeah, she married him. Now he's dumping all the money into the program.
Oh, it's over.
Oh no, because
we ain't got it. This is SC, man. This is USC. How many? Listen, I've rubbed shoulders with a bunch of alumni that are really not pushing no money into the program. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes I've did business with back, and they have major money. They have major money, and they're waiting for it. What?
What are they waiting for?
That's what I mean. What are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? We have all this big time program, all these people that went here, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody, a lot of producers, executive producers from different shows and stuff that are USC alum come out the best film.
Yeah, but they're a bunch of nerds that never played football and hate football. They probably hate jocks. So I mean, if you don't love football, you're not going to put money at football. You build, like for instance, Lucas built that gigantic museum that's millions of dollars, the Star Wars museum right by the campus, which is going to be awesome, I'm sure. But I mean, but he doesn't care about football.
He doesn't care.
You know, we need some billionaires that love football. And I lied. Larry Ellison's only worth 175 billion. Sorry, my bad.
You're right.
I gave him an extra 100 billion. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, could you imagine dropping that into the program? She woo with him. So she's like, "Oh, baby, come on, just this my alumni, and we got a great football team. Go ahead, give me $2 billion to give him for the football team."
She married the Oracle dude.
So that's how they dropped that money.
Yeah, Larry Ellison.
Yeah, Larry Ellison.
Yeah. She married a billionaire. It just happened recently. She married the billionaire.
Yeah, but Larry Ellison's part of BlackRock too.
Oh, he's just
State Street. If you know anything about money, BlackRock and State Street, you know they own majority of the companies of the world.
Yeah, only Elon Musk, Bezos, and Zuckerberg have more money in the United States than he does. He's the fourth richest guy in the United States.
That's what y'all telling me. We're gonna have to deal with another Oregon.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
No. Actually, no. Because he's not okay. So here's what I'm saying. He's got all that money in the world, and yes, his wife or girlfriend is an alum. But it's the thing with Oregon is, and we screw around and say it's all about Uncle Phil. Nike gets relationships with these athletes for when they go pro as well. So I mean, there is a little bit to what they're doing. You know what I mean? At the same time, but they're way better organized than anybody else. That's what pisses me off the most. Is the organization.
We're not organized. We don't have none of our ducks.
We don't have nobody running it.
No, I think we're organized, but we're not organized to that degree. Do you know what I mean? Like we're not the tip of the spear when it comes to it.
I hear what you're saying, Tim. I hear what you're saying, but if we not even clearly on close to the level of what Oregon is, then we just really ain't organized at all. I'm sorry, because we're not organized when it comes to that part of it, as well as recruiting our region. You know what I'm saying?
But Oregon's the top. Oregon makes Ohio State look like they're unorganized.
Oh, I believe that. I believe that.
And we look so highly upon Alabama, but did you guys see that statement Alabama's AD put out?
What did he put down
this past week?
Oh yeah, they can't keep up. They
can't keep up.
Yeah,
that's why Nick probably retired. He said, "I can't."
No, he basically came out with a statement. It's on ESPN. You guys can look at it. And he's asking all the ex-alumni of all the current, even the students, everybody within the whole school has ever been there or is there right now. Can you guys put some money in because we can't keep up?
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you this. Let me ask everybody this, right? If we eliminate NIL, right? Just in reality, if we eliminate NIL and just pay the players, all the athletes, just off of media rights, wouldn't that save a lot of chaos?
Well, it would screw the Big 12 and the ACC, but yeah.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah,
but it'll save so much hassle. We don't all this name, image, and likeness is frustrating for everybody. I know it is. I mean, you hear so many of the fans crashing out on social media about it. Like everybody's fed up with it. If you just get the media rights money and just like, yo, we got to split this down the middle instead of giving 20 mil, maybe 30, 40 mil, because football generates the most money for all the sports, and then there's basketball and then baseball.
We're gonna have to tap in that to keep up with the rest of the teams. We're gonna have to tap into the revenue sharing and everything we got. And the last live I did, I showed y'all how many businesses that USC owns, so we can funnel that revenue sharing money through our NILs, through all the companies and equity that USC owns. They say USC endowment is at $1 billion right now. So we only need to tap into like 3 or 4 or 5% of that. Give our players NIL deals within the university, and that's how we can compete. We ain't gonna be able to compete if we just doing collective money.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't want to invest in there.
I
don't blame a lot of people who don't want to. $7.6 billion.
You said what?
USC's endowments, but see, here's the thing: the endowment is for the school. It's not.
Yeah,
that's why I said though, Tim. That's why I said we can take 2 or 3% of that though. We gonna make that back if we start winning. We gonna sell out every game. It's LA. The ticket price is gonna rise, even if we don't like it or not. We complaining about us not being hot, but once we get hot, them ticket prices gonna go up and park. So they gonna make the money back. So we could take 2 or 3% out of that $7.6 billion.
So the NILs, possibly, but the NIL things will get settled. And here's why: it was never meant to be. It's NIL is what it was. NIL. Now it's pay for play.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But what they're able to do is, like the NFL. If you get collective bargaining, the NFL and the Premiership, the soccer in England, they have rules. So you have there were programs. There were teams going around it by giving NIL deals in quotes to make it inducements to get players to come outside the salary caps. Mm-hmm. So there's rules that they've done. They follow that model. That's why I was giving Oregon a hard time, and some guy clipped me out of they always do. They clip a part. They don't get the whole thing. I'm saying Oregon, if they're complete losers if they cannot win in this current situation. It's
100%.
You know what I mean? Because literally you can spend as much money as you want. This is their window. And if they don't win in this window, unfortunately, guys, they might.
Yeah, I think they're going to
win in this window. I just said, you guys you're complete losers. It was set up for you. The one chance you had to throw money and buy any roster you want. Because let's face it, people are not going to go to Oregon when they could go to like other places, like Boston or LA or whatever. They're not going to go there. I said, this is your shot. And it is your shot. I think it's good. I don't know when, but it's going to get normalized at some point. And when it does, Eugene will go back to being what it was, a player, but not the player. Right now, they're the team to beat because of the system. So that's going to change.
You're right about that. You're right about that. I mean, I've been out there to Eugene.
But Carter, you're talking about pulling from the endowment. I'm like, What are you gonna do in endowment? Your school's making $1 billion a year, but Michigan got a dude that's worth $175 billion and you can't play.
But we don't need that much. We only need about, like, I say, a good 30, 35 million a year. And think about it. You know the rosters is going to 105. So if I'm USC, I save that roster space for money. I say that. I don't add the 20 additional players. I stay at 85, so I have a stacked 1-2 depth chart. So we don't need all that money. We just need enough to fill a great 85-man rosters so we could go too deep. I think with 30 million a year, 35 million a year, I think we could do that. I don't think we need billions of dollars to stack.
Right.
So that 30 million a year, how much is going for the recruits and how much is going for the transfer portal players?
And how much is going towards paying your current roster?
Yes. Exactly. Remember, like exactly. I was saying that I've said this, Tim, I said this
you
like
talking
1,000 times.
It sounds like
no, the way to look at it is three ways. The first thing you have to do is your retention of your roster.
Yep.
The second way you do it is your recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
The third way is going to be your portal.
Mm-hmm.
But everything that the recruiting and even the portal are going to dictate or are going to be dictated off of what your retention from your roster is. Who are you keeping, how much you paying them, and then I can know how I can allocate everything else because I got to keep the players that I want, the players that are here, and the reason why you really want to do that is because of the culture.
And that's why you saw some of the guys that are great kids, great families, great Trojans get processed.
Yep.
This is why I said about 30 million, because the traditional class is a 25 class, right? 25 commitments. That's a traditional number that you probably want to hit. So if we got 30 million in actuality, we could spend $1 million on each player, even though each player ain't gonna command $1 million. So if we got
most of them are no more than 100 to 200.
$200,000.
So all those numbers are so inflated. They say they're getting like 200,000, 300,000.
Man, some of these guys only worth 20,000.
We don't need. So how much do y'all really think that we need to get at first a high school class? Because remember, we don't want to have to lean on the portal every year. So let's start with high school. You probably need how many millions we need to secure.
I don't think it's nothing to do with the high school. I don't think it's anything to do with the portal either. I think it's doing with dealing with the players that you already have on campus first. It's sitting down with them and then you bought out this year or because that's going to keep the culture together.
It's why we need a professional.
And if you look at it to how you going to bring in? So you're about to bring in a whole freshman, right? From let's say this year, Joakim Stewart's making $2 million, but you had a kid like Devin Tompkins who bought out this year too. So now he wants the pay raise. So it's like I'm gonna go with what I have right now, and then from there I allocate the funds.
Okay, yeah,
that's true. I agree. Roster retention first. It's gonna be.
Let me say this
every year.
Let me say this real quick. It's gonna get real interesting, financial wise. Hear what I'm saying, because this thing is going to get trickier and trickier because more people are becoming greedy. Players have more people in their ears now. People trying to take advantage. People trying to take advantage of the kids. They're trying to get in. They're buying these kids things already, just become agents and get paperwork on them to show them how to bid, show them how to process, to show them how to get money outside of NIL.
Just like Bear Alexander. But
exactly. And so we're seeing this basically agents want more money, so they're coming down to the lesser rank now, and they're starting on these kids early that they know they're being recruited. So when you become a 4 or 5 star prospect, you're going to have more people in your parents' ear, and then the parents are going to be in your ear. Then you're going to have friends saying, man, you worth more than this. So we got a height. We have what we call a stupid heightened awareness of overvaluing ourselves instead of just saying, okay, listen, I'm this type of person, you know what I'm saying? And then when we have all these voices, because the Bible talks about there being many voices in the land, and then we see this with people in these kids' ear. They have many people now. We got vultures out here preying on these kids.
Well,
they're taking advantage because NIL is money, and they know these kids. And then if I become a person that has a sway over a 5 star, and I got a voice in his ear, and he's going to listen to me, and then then let alone when he starts listening to me, and I get some paperwork on him, that lets me representing. Don't let me get a power of attorney. We got vultures out here like this. We can't act like it's not, because this is what agents.
They've been doing that to athletes for years.
Hey, what y'all think about the new JUCO ruling and how that gonna affect college football? Did y'all hear about it?
I think it's gonna affect more the high school recruits than anything.
The new JUCO ruling is that when you come out of JUCO, you enter D1 as a freshman. You got all 4 years. Your JUCO years don't count.
That's going to affect them high schoolers the most.
That's beautiful right there. That's beautiful.
And then also it's going to be like, okay, so now a lot of times what we see in high school football, we see a lot of these kids, they're partnering up and going to like Mater Dei or Bosco, right? Or like, the private schools. Centennial's not a private school, but still, like, they're going into private school. This is going to make it to where in those private schools are like feeder schools. That's why we're so upset that why you can't go to why isn't SC just targeting all the kids at Bosco? Why isn't SC just targeting all the kids at De La Salle up north? Why isn't SC just targeting all the kids at Mater Dei, right? This is going to create it to where now you're going to have JC schools that are feeder schools to SC. It's going to be like a farm system. That's how I see it.
Yeah. And the reason I brought that up is because the Carlos Nicholson, he's trying to use that new ruling to come back to SC. The Carlos Nicholson want to come back. Tim,
does he?
About that, Tim? You heard about that?
I think Tim, you there? I think Tim jetted.
Well, if you look at it from a perspective to where, like, this is what I mean, there's no guardrails. So if there's no guardrails, like, it's not like they're coming up. It's not like they're like, okay, if you're a current player and you went to JC and this could happen, or are you a player that's just going to JC? There's no rules really on the shit, bro. Like, they're just like, okay, if you're a JC, well, what about the kid that went to JC and played 2 years and now he's, like how Carlos Nicholson is, like, okay, so now he get another 2 years? Or is it like, oh, no, the rule starts now from where all the kids who come in
that's
can now move forward.
Look,
so are you saying there's no rules from the NCAA? That's what
there's no rules with the NCAA. They're not putting any. Okay, they're just saying.
I think that's because I think the NCAA. It seemed like the NCAA is backing off because they feeling like everybody's gonna probably like just move away from the NCAA. Especially
they're mad because they keep on getting sued.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, y'all want to run things y'all way. Hey, there you go. And now this is the position everybody's in right now, because now you got federal making all these type of laws that's going to benefit, all these kids and everything. And the NCAA like, all right, shoot, I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all gonna do. You gonna see that you really need me, but who knows?
Right.
Yeah, he said the rule hurts mid-majors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it gonna help college teams though be able to build a roster.
Yeah, because I mean, if I was a general manager for USC, right, and we out here recruiting these kids, I might not even look into get a high school kid. I might go get me a kid from the JC who's already proven.
They already got experience,
and they got that experience here. So just like John was saying, this gonna create farmer schools. Like the JC schools are gonna be like another high school that you got to make a pipeline and recruit.
Yeah,
and you know who else? You know who else might? Jaden Richardson. He came from D3. But yeah, the JUCO kids, we gonna see that they gonna ante up their game, and it's gonna be good for the West Coast kids too, because a lot of the West Coast linemen be undersized coming out of high school.
That's true.
Well, but there's so many JCs out here. I remember back in the day when I was a youngster, like even if you went to JC, you was still a beast. I mean, look at Keyshawn Johnson came out of JC. If you look at OJ Simpson came out of a JC, like star kids. And it's gonna create a pipeline to the JCs. But then now you're gonna have to have them JCs right. Because you're sending kids to their school.
Yeah, you really they're gonna have to take their program to another level.
Yeah, exactly. So in other words, they're gonna start making more money and they're gonna start getting scrutinized more. So if you want it like that, listen, you're gonna have to follow these lines, man, because we're gonna make your school popular, but at the same time you're gonna funnel everything to us.
Yeah.
So we talk about a farm, you talk about farming, some money gotta exchange hands.
Yeah,
Just look at the perfect example. If I
like got a lot of good JCs, not to cut you off, California is stacked on a JUCO level.
Yeah, and then also you look at it. If okay, this is when the perfect GM comes in, right? From a business perspective, I would try to bring a GM who got some game with the Dodgers.
Oh shit!
The Dodgers have the #1 farm system in the whole league. Not only got the #1, open checkbook, but they got the farm system. So it's like they farming the kids already to come in to where in the farm system is so legit
and it's stacked.
And it's stacked to where they can make trades through their farm system and ain't even got to give up none of their roster.
Exactly. So and you know that's a collective mindset that's doing that.
Exactly.
Not one person. That's a collective over there.
We got $1 billion payroll, but we also got another $500 million over here in our farm system.
What's that movie, man? Where it talked about the Oakland A's, how he hired that one dude. The Billy Bean story where he hired the one dude that they took from the Boston Red Sox, and all he did was match numbers.
He was a guy.
No, what I mean by that is they have a collective mind of people that do that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not there. It's not just one person with an algorithm. It's like 10 of them over there at the Dodgers that actually do this, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a collective mindset. You know,
and everybody's like, "Oh, Magic owns the Dodgers." No, he doesn't. Magic is the face of that shit. So
exactly.
So they brought in the face, Magic Johnson. You know, the king of LA.
On 2%, 3%, something, man.
Right, and then we were bringing Kobe. You know, rest in peace. You know, like when he was coming in, but like really, we just bringing in all that to show the face of it. But that's not the face. The people in the back corner got the pocket to pay.
How much is a beer at Dodger Stadium?
Magic Johnson in the Dodgers.
A beer at Dodger Stadium might cost you about $20.
Dude, yep.
Hey, look, USC.
Well, I was going to the. I was about to go to the Dodger. I was in New York for my birthday, right in October. So I didn't even know that the Dodgers are going to play the Yankees. I was hoping for it. I was actually trying to hope the Mets game got they got thrown back a little bit so I could catch a Mets game with the Dodgers at Mets Stadium.
Wow.
But then I went to when I was about to leave, right? So I'm one of my niggas' house. Excuse my language when I say that, but I'm staying at his house, and I'm like, bro, I probably gotta stay a couple more days. And he's like, why? I was like, because I really want to catch this Dodgers versus the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah. I was like, but let me look at the tickets. And he was like, all right. I looked at the tickets, $2,800 for the nosebleed, and I'm like.
A hot dog at Dodger Stadium, $7.
Yeah, so I looked at the 2,800, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I'll just catch this shit. Hopefully, New York win a couple more times, but I'm not paying that." He was like, "No," I was like, "Nah, I'm cool." He was like, "But it's a lifetime experience. You got the money," and I'm like, "I'm not paying no $2,800."
Right, it ain't that much of a lifetime experience.
Not to sit in no damn nosebleeds. If they gonna put me on the first rocket, I could be at Dodger Stadium at a game and pay that, and don't even gotta pay that, and be right there at the front row, damn near. You know, but no, it's not that serious. It's not that serious,
man. So it really ain't that serious. I can go to the parade, get me a beer. Over at the little liquor store and get on some honeys, and
it'd be all good, right? And bring me a little good.
Check this stat. The most expensive beer in Major League Baseball is the Dodgers.
Yep.
At 99 cents an ounce.
That's crazy.
So they serve you 20-ounce beers, right?
Yeah, and then the margaritas even more than that. I went to 6 Dodger games this year. So I'm a big Dodger fan. But it's like, it's ridiculous. It doesn't, like, they're raising the prices just based on the fact that,
how much a Dodger dog cost?
$7.99.
$7.99. Plus taxes would come up to $9.
That ain't that bad. I thought it would be more.
But that's a Dodger dog. But do you know all the other shit they got in there?
The nachos. They don't have. I know they ain't got more than the Padres because I live down in San Diego now, and then their stadium. That's a nice stadium, but they got so much different stuff up in there, boy.
Yeah, but the Padres stadium. I used to live in San Diego. Is this Chris, right?
Huh?
Who am I? Is this Chris?
Remember? No, that's Rod. That's Rod.
Oh, okay. But okay, so right. Oh, yeah, we talked the other day. So I used to live in PB, and I used to go out there when they built that Petco Stadium.
Yeah.
My girl had a little Shih Tzu, so we used to go over to the stadium because they let the pets in for free and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but over there, that stadium is 10 times nicer than Dodger Stadium.
Man, 10 times, bro.
10 times. But at Dodger Stadium, they're going to charge more, and that's the thing. Now inflation's about to happen.
Man.
So if I'm SC, I'm thinking about it in a different perspective because, and I brought this up the other day, is because you got to also look at what's coming into LA, not just SC. You got the World Cup is coming in 2026, right?
Yep.
You got the Olympics coming in 2028.
Yep. You got all them new high rises that they've been building downtown.
Man, you seen
that's
that?
Why they building them.
All that stuff. That? Remember how it used to look back 20 years ago?
You didn't want to go there. You didn't want to go downtown. I used to work for Job Corps right there on 11th, and I used to work for Job Corps right downtown. I hated to go to work sometime, man.
Man, and now you go down there looking like you in Times Square.
Right.
Forget that. What about Figueroa right there? I mean, when I went to USC, there was, I had Wendy's and I had Jack in the Box and McDonald's.
Yeah.
Now they got like Chipotle. They got that whole corridor there. That whole I'm not including
new apartments.
Yeah, the fries, man. They got
32nd Street Market. It's all
gone.
They got LAFC down there too.
When I was driving Uber, I was right there. I parked right there at the SC school, right there at that Starbucks, right there on Fig.
Mm-hmm.
Right there and got all my things because USC, what they used to do, you can always, when I drove Uber and Lyft, you could get your numbers for Lyft because Lyft, USC actually had an open account with Lyft for any students that can book and go within a 3-mile radius. So if you were driving Uber and Lyft, they probably still got it going. And you could just go right there and park and just get a ride and meet your numbers for Lyft. Meet your numbers. It probably just $2 or $3 ride, but if you're trying to get your numbers, that was a spot. And when I looked around there, they built up everything around there.
Yeah.
They're even building up South Central, you guys. Yeah. Like my mentor, he's a huge real estate developer and everything. Like he's basically a building that my cousin was staying in. He's telling everybody got to move out. Like really, like they got to move out.
Yes.
He about to knock down the whole building and put a whole nother building there. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. He's like, because you got to look at it. He's like, man, do you know how much more money I'm going to make off of this? And I'm like, what? He's like, this is going to be our retirement off this one building. And he owns 10 buildings in LA.
If you know anything about LA, my pops came to LA in 51 or 52.
Right.
You know anything about LA, no blacks lived on the other side of what street is that right there? Alameda. All the blacks lived on the other side in Southgate area on the other side of that way. Now, Watts was all white.
Yeah.
Right in that area.
Because it was the GI Bill after World War II. All those houses were built from the GI Bill. Yeah, my grandfather lived in Compton.
And nobody understood that. Nobody knew that about LA.
Originally from Compton, yo.
We live right there. My pops moved to LA. He was one of the first in the neighborhood where we lived off 104th and San Pedro. My pops was one of the first blacks in that area right there in 51, 52. He bought a house right there on 104th when it was hardly nothing. There was no blacks over there. Mm-hmm. He was one of the, I think, first 3 or 4 blacks in that surrounding area. They weren't clustered. It was a lot of white folks stands and everything right there. So this is what they want to go back to. That's why they're pushing everybody. What I heard about LA, they're pushing everybody out the projects and pushing them towards Lake Los Angeles, pushing them towards Palmdale, Victorville.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
towards IE.
Everybody out there. Yeah, exactly.
Because you can sell your house in LA. You can sell whatever, a tiny little house in LA, and you can get out to a really nice house in IE.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yep. My granny's house that's over there in LA, not too far from Watts, over there on Hooper. I think it's Hooper 85th or something like that.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Man. Bro, when I tell you that house, my granny house is valued for like 1.2 mil, and our neighbor sold it for 300,000 more than that. She went back to the south and bought 3 homes. Like,
exactly.
And you get some rental properties and just retire.
Yeah, I'm from the east side. Now imagine this: when I went to my sister lived on 104th in San Pedro, still right there. She got my daddy's house. My daddy's house is probably valued at 1.3 right now. And then she owned a property adjacent to it that has a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. And then she owns the commercial mix right there on the corner. That's right now. When she first bought it, it was 500,000. Now it's like at 1.6 because he has a storefront right there That's a whole commercial unit. Then you have a whole apartment complex on the top.
Yeah, zoned and everything.
You saw everything. Been there for years since I was a kid. So imagine just walking outside. You see a white dude jogging with his dog. I was like, "What the heck?"
Hey, that's in Inglewood right now. It's like it's
you know what it really is like I see that happen in Oakland. And my family owns a lot of property in Oakland too, right? But it's gentrification at its finest.
Yes, it is.
So it's like So
I mean, we knew about that from the movie Boys in the Hood back in the day when Lawrence Fishburne said it.
What's his name? Furious.
Yep.
Yeah, he was like, man, you know,
everybody listening.
He on that Farrakhan stuff right now.
Hey, everybody listening, this is a LA history lesson.
Man.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm not sure how, because gentrification usually is almost like it's almost like coercion, and this is really just the market. The money is there. If it makes sense for your family, then why not sell? Why not sell where you live? To be honest with you.
I told my sister, I said, "What are you doing? You 72 years old. What are you tripping off for? Why you go to work every day? Sell all this junk and leave."
Yeah, hey, I'm thinking about leaving Cali too. As much as I love it here, man, it's just too expensive, man. And I make over 100,000.
I like being outside.
Come on, man.
And everywhere else is either too hot. There's like Goldilocks. It's too hot or too cold. I like Southern California.
Man, I do like Southern California.
I gotta be outside. I can't be in a house. I can't be in air conditioning and running a heater and all that stuff. All my friends in Arizona.
So
I can't do that.
What it is until
I might go down to Nevada.
I teach at LA Unified too. I'm kind of tied. I'm tied to my schools. So I mean, I got 20 years, and then if I get 20 years in, then I could get my benefits for life. So,
hey man, I feel you better
understand
get that
strategy. Yeah, get that, bro.
I look at it like you got to pay to play.
Think about it when you go back to listen. I remember with Hawthorne, the apartments in Hawthorne used to be $500 a month.
Yeah, those days were done.
I'm just saying. I remember $500 a month, bro, in Hawthorne. $550 for a 2-bedroom. $600 for 3. I remember that in Hawthorne.
Wasn't that long ago? Everywhere, even here in Orange County, that you're looking at a 1-bedroom for like $1,100. Now good luck.
I was in Fullerton, right over there by the Target, right over there, not too far from Knott's Berry Farm, man. Paying $2,100 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, bro. It's ridiculous.
All right, we're killing everybody. We gotta get. We're gonna start talking sports. Hey, I got actually this time I really do got to get out of here. My wife's gonna kill me. So thank you guys again. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, I'm gonna head out, brothers. Man, Carter, it was a blessing, bro. Anytime you need me, just text me, bro.
Yeah, I got your number. I already hit you.
That's everybody, definitely, because I'm thinking y'all got me wanting to spark something, but I want to talk different. I want to talk different. This LA sports, period.
Yeah, bet. I got your number. I already hit you.
Yes, sir. I got you, man. Y'all have a blessed evening, brothers.
All right, you too, man.
What you got to say, John, before we head up out of here? It was a good day. That was a good ass little live, man.
It's a great live, man. I just look at it to where we gotta, we got the ante up. We got to ante up. I mean, it's great that we got the defensive lineman. That's cool. That's great. We got 2 of them. That looks good. We got the tailback. We got the it's just a matter of us just going out and figuring out what pieces we got to put together. And, just like everybody said, all the brothers that said they got in today is, looking at what the future of the program is going to look like and then what we're willing to invest and then what the return going to be. So it's just going to be a day at a time, every day different, especially in this NIL space. And, how NCAA is changing every single day. We sit down every single day and it's a new rule that popped up. Like, that rule wasn't here yesterday. Now the rule's here today. And then you got to adjust. So, that comes with just like management, GM management, and setting everything up in the right way. So hopefully Lincoln Riley could get it right. Seems like he's like working in that path to do it. So we'll see what happens from here on out.
Yeah,
fight on, too.
Fight on. We've been looking good in the portal. Let's hope we keep this momentum. And I hope I'll be doing another live soon because we didn't grab somebody else.
Right.
So everybody, I support y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like. If you haven't already, hit that sub. If you ain't sub, you tripping. Sub up. And Carter Sports, Carter Gang, we out this time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.